Hey, what is up, everybody? And thank you so much for joining us for today's very special Fire Emblem Three Houses / Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes Q&A / autograph signing. We're all going to be doing some different things today. We're just going to be chatting, shooting the breeze. Some of us will be signing autographs from Streamily. Others will be doing just the conversational part. Some of us are live on our individual Instagrams. Feel free to shout yourself out and just let's get everybody supported. But thanks for hanging out in chat today. Shall we go around and introduce ourselves and the roles that we play in said video game?
Do we know which order we're in? Or are we actually in the order that appears on
I'm
the screen?
thinking, for me, top left is Alejandro. Do you guys want to go? I guess kind of.
Okay.
I'll start off because you guys know me from this Twitch channel. I'm Damian Haas. I was fortunate enough to play the mask version of Shez in Fire Emblem Warrior 3 Hopes, and I'm also Saul in Fire Emblem Heroes. If you play Heroes, which I do, but yeah. Alejandro.
Oh sure. Hi, I'm Alejandro. I voice Yuri in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Three Hopes. Yeah, I'm the basement dweller.
Woo.
Who's next? I can't tell.
I don't know. He's gonna have to tell us our order.
Yeah, maybe you
Oh, I'm sorry. Tara.
Oh, hi. I'm Tara. I voice Edelgard in Fire Emblem. That's all I know.
Hell yeah, Black Eagles. We got Erica.
Hey, I am Erica Mendez, and I voice Bernadetta in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Three Hopes. And I am also Deirdre in Fire Emblem Heroes and Liana in the original Fire Emblem Warriors.
That's rad. We've got Dawn.
Hey, hi guys, I'm Dawn M. Bennett. I play female Shez in Fire Emblem Three Hopes, and in Fire Emblem Heroes, I play Uller. So yeah,
Ooh.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Jeannie.
Hi everybody. I voice Violet in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Three Hopes. Female Violet. I do not do an impersonation of Zach.
Why not?
I tried. There's no one like him.
Take his roles. Do it. Be Tanjiro. And then we got Christian.
Hello. I'm Christian. I'm the voice of Ignatz in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Three Hopes, and Seliph and Roderick in Heroes, and yeah. Also, shout out to everyone. Choose Your Legend 6. Seliph just came out. Thank you all for making that work because I shilled real hard. So I appreciate all of you backing me up on that one.
Congrats to you on Brave Seliph. That's a big boost for that character.
It is
in game.
It's my boy. It's
He's
my
your
boy.
It's your boy, your son.
The boy.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get started signing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start signing too.
Cool beans, and that's
I'm
more or
gonna
less what this is gonna be.
So I'm gonna be signing for you guys. I'm gonna be answering questions. So let's just have fun.
You know what? I'm gonna put a poll up in Twitch chat just for fun, just to give us something to talk about. Which house is best house?
Really? Just starting off that
Answer's
hard?
obvious.
Yeah, why not start out with a battle?
I want to upset Christian.
Do it. Do it.
Why? Why would that
I'll
upset
upset
Christian? Are you
Christian.
going to assume that the Golden Deer are going to lose? What if-
Oh no, because like I can't decide between Black Eagles and Blue Lions. I'm sorry, Christian. I love you.
Jesus.
Go
this.
That's for you. I love this print.
It's okay. I'm gonna make it a 5-minute long poll. We'll have a lot to talk about.
Sure.
And there,
I'm in here. I'm gonna vote.
Edelgard in all her wonderful glory.
And I've added in Ashen Wolves. Don't you worry.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank
Alejandro,
you.
of
Thank you.
course.
Yeah, my 4 Ashen Wolves. Let's go, baby.
Hey, those are some strong characters.
It was really funny. We did Jeannie and I were on a panel with Cassandra not that long ago, and we did something similar. And we had the group, the people in the crowds just separate into groups, and it
Like
really
literally
was
in
4
the room.
people. It was really 4 people for Ashen Wolves.
Wow.
And according to that room, if I remember right, the Golden Deer had the most people.
Golden Deer always wins. I
Yeah,
feel like
pretty
they
much.
always win. I don't know what it is about Golden Deer, but I feel like on the internet they're the loudest. The Golden Deer are always.
That's
I will
true.
say,
I blame Harry Potter. I think because it looks
It's all
like
Harry
Harry
Potter's
Potter's
fault.
Patronus.
Mhm.
I like
Oh,
that.
that's true. That's true. I can see that. I can see that.
Look,
Alright,
we're just the
Mark.
fun house. There's no war on Taco Tuesday in the Golden Deer House. We're very chill.
Bro, the Ash and Wolves are in the basement.
I think, you know what? I think if Ash and Wolves were introduced at the same time as the Golden Deer, y'all would have sort of split that audience. But like, as someone who is chronically online and I'm like, it's kind of hard to find my people and kind of hard to find my group, like the Golden Deer are the quirky ones. And,
They sure
Oh,
are.
I guess so. I guess so.
you know,
I feel like Black Eagles are the lowest contingency.
I did choose Black Eagles first, both games as my own personal
Did
choice.
you?
So, just saying.
So you
I
do
was
have
like-
a little Black Eagle in you.
Oh, very much so. I'll play
I always
Golden
like to
Deer on
upset
stream.
people
I'm a
And
Black
say
Eagle.
Oh.
church.
What's that?
I always like to upset people and say, "Oh yeah, I go with the church."
The fourth ending that no one knows about?
So this is for Indigo.
Well,
and this is
like,
your pin.
With Black Eagles, they have like 2 scary murder men in there. I'm like, I like the
This is-
murder men.
That's
This
what
is
makes
the
them
beauty.
fun. Yeah.
There are scary
Mhm.
murder men
The
in
mur-
Black Eagle.
you got
That's
Hubert.
true.
I'm
and
so-
you got Yuritsa, and I love them.
I want to
But then
be
you got
best friends
Dimitri,
with
though.
Hubert. Am I well, I know I'm damaged. Am I that damaged? Because I really want to be
I don't
best
know,
friends with Hubert.
Hubert's kind of interesting as a character. He's a very interesting character.
I love it.
Well, it's like same hairstyle. Same hairstyle.
It's like,
We're
yeah,
besties.
exactly. And it's like,
We're
what? You're going to
besties.
love Gerard Way, but have a problem with Hubert? Like, come on.
Exactly.
I know, right? No, like I said I want to form an emo band, and there's gonna be Dimitri.
That would be an
Hubert,
amazing emo band.
Rita, and then maybe Lawrence. Yeah.
Oh, Lauren.
He's had tickets to that
Ooh.
MCR reunion for a while.
That's
I
a
know,
good.
right?
Like from the
Yeah,
first
right.
time.
Gonna form a band.
Alrighty, let's see.
I feel
All
like
right, I
this
should
poll is
probably vote
unfair.
on this.
All right, there's a little Mitsuru.
This
for
poll is
Mark.
unfair because you were playing Golden Deer on stream, Damien.
But I have also
Wait a
voiced
minute.
many a time that I choose Black Eagles for my own personal run. Just
Mm,
saying.
But they see the Golden Deer.
It's
That's
true.
true.
If people think that you're aligned,
This is
it will
bias.
become
It's
a
true.
This is pure bias.
This is
All
pure
I'm
Blue
saying
Byleth.
is
Lions
there are
has scary
16
murder men.
votes
Oh,
on the
people are
Ash and
saying
Wolves.
Blue Lions also has scary murder men. So I don't
Yeah.
know. So
Felix
there's scary
is
murder men to
there.
go around. Everyone can get their own scary murder men.
Everyone has
I
their
think
own
in
scary
the
Cyrus
murder.
is
war
scary
game,
murder
there's
men.
going to be a lot of scary murder men.
Couple scary murder men.
I think that's true. Any war creates scary murder men.
Yeah, look at Ignatz.
Yeah, or look at the world, that we live in. But it's fine. It's fine.
Did anyone else ever like play against type? Like I made Ignatz War Master in mine. Where you're just like, I just want to paint all day. I'm like, you're gonna take down a nation.
Ooh, Damien, I'm in your stream chat. Do you have like a Nightbot command that puts up your link for your page?
For Streamily? Oh, I should have had that for everybody. That's a colossal miss on my part. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're
Okay.
fine.
Hey, any of my mods who are working, if there's any possible way you could
They
make a
nailed it.
command real quick for everybody's
Streamily.
individual Streamilies.
One's for.
Mr.
Oh,
W, I
God.
appreciate it. I mean, for everybody's individual ones, can you find everyone's
It is
pages?
great. Me too, Art. I agree.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I'm getting a phone call. Is that gonna mess everything up?
Toot, toot.
It's okay. I'm just your unofficial
Hopefully
mod
this
over
can
here.
still
Just
hear me. Can you hear me?
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
No.
Okay, we've got a
Phone
mod
call
working
messed
on
my
it
lip.
because we want everybody to get shouted out.
Okay. Guys, I don't understand the internet enough, but if I get a phone call on my phone, it messes everything up. So I have to
Ooh.
restart again.
Oh no.
I just
Eh,
mean.
Lord.
It's fine.
Lord.
That happens with my
That's
AirPods
okay.
when I get a phone call.
Does it? Yeah, I just
Yeah.
wish that there was a way that it's like I understand what's happening. I also serve some of my life as a telephone and I will
This one's for
do both
Chris.
jobs equally. Very frustrating.
Well, wow, surprise, surprise.
Golden deer.
What?
Golden deer.
Surprise,
Golden
surprise. The
deer.
golden deer
Jeez.
won.
But Black
Telling
Eagles
you, it's
was
stream bias.
pretty close.
I will say, Ash and Wolves did better than Blue Lions.
It was about an even split from everybody else, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I also think it is about Golden Deer? It's like you said, there's a lot of scary murder men, but Golden Deer has the most amount of like, I like candy, and you're like, I do
Oh,
like
yeah.
candy, like you know,
Yeah, people do like
Candy's
liking
great.
things.
it's a balance.
True.
That's
Look,
fair.
Ignatz is a scary murder man.
That's what I said.
We've got, yeah, you're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not. I'm sorry. But like, he could be.
Waiting to snap.
With that paintbrush.
Has anyone made Ignatz a dancer?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I will now.
Any of the characters dancers sounds like fun. Let's try this again.
He prances. It's the like the dancer move set. He prances across the battlefield. It is the best, and it makes me smile so much.
I did that with Yuri. So I was just curious. I was like, I wonder how many people turn other characters into dancers just so they can go all over the map.
I've seen someone make Hubert a dancer.
Oh, Hubert
He
is a
was
dancer.
Beautiful.
I bet that was a beautiful.
He's got those
beautiful
long
choice.
legs. He's got the
Legs
points.
for days.
Legs for days.
Legs for days. Legs for days.
I've always wanted to be a dancer, Lady Edelgard.
Oh my God! Sorry, I just saw an image of him.
You looked.
Of course, I looked.
But what I really want to do is direct.
Tell you something, Lady Edelgard would
One's
say.
for Alexa. Oh wait, this one says happy birthday. I shouldn't sign that it says that on screen. Unless it's a surprise. Now it's a surprise. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Alexis.
I always sign all the happy birthdays on screen. Do you not sign your happy birthdays?
This is my first one. Happy birthday, Alexis. It's your birthday. This is your gift.
Happy birthday.
But I also feel like if someone's giving it as a gift, they probably didn't tell the person to tune in to watch it. So like I feel like then they can say like, look, this is them signing it for you. I don't know.
That's a very
you guys,
good point.
You might have a different opinion on that, but I always do them live and be like, this is the happy birthday for so and so.
I'm going to follow your lead because I have never done this. Never once in my life.
I could be messing it all up. Everyone could be hating the fact that I do everything live. I don't know. I don't know.
These are the 4 a.m. thoughts that we have. Like, does everybody hate my signing style?
The decisions that haunt you.
I bet they do.
I'm just holding them up to the screen as my Zoom background absorbs it all.
Well, you're the one that decided to have a green screen.
Don, you have such pretty handwriting.
Thank you. Try to make it legible.
Why?
Oh, I guess I should be holding it up to your screen too. That's for Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler, that's for you.
That was my first signing concern was I'm like, my handwriting is awful. No one wants to read it. So I've gotten really good at writing, let me paint you a picture, and that's about it. Like
I
those
love
words
that.
I can nail.
I love that. Yeah, I have
Camille?
crappy handwriting. I used to have to stay after school when I was a kid, and it was me and a bunch of the boys in class, and the teacher would make us practice handwriting and penmanship over and over again. It's not any better. Staying after school did nothing to help my
I'm so
handwriting.
sorry.
Yep, did
Just
nothing.
it's your signature thing, you know?
Yeah, I have crappy handwriting. That's my signature.
Great. Y'all right?
I'm proud of my like signature, my name. I like worked on. I got
Oh.
squirrels, and then when you have to write like a regular sentence, I'm like, well,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Do y'all write just like to the person, or do you write like keep on Fire Embleming?
It depends what they've
depends.
requested. If
Okay.
they ask for special instructions, and if I don't have a lot, sometimes I'll throw a quote in there, but it just depends on what people's instructions are. Because sometimes, like, especially if it's make it out to no one with special instructions, nothing, I'm like, all right, dear lucky eBay winner. Like, I don't write that on there, but I just sign it.
Lucky eBay winner.
That's
Well, I
very
mean, it's
funny.
sort of like, I mean, like, if
no,
right?
It's great. It's
If somebody doesn't want it
fantastic.
personalized, I'm like, okay, I'll sign it for you, but I don't need to like do anything.
You'll
else.
see it on eBay, and it's like, congratulations, eBay winner.
Yeah, it is
You
very
won.
funny. It is very funny to see some of the things that you have signed out on eBay and then what they're charging for it. You're
Oh,
like,
sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I signed years ago. I signed a Pac-Man poster because I play Pac-Man in a video game,
Yeah.
like Pac-Man
that's
Junior or
awesome.
whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I accidentally like brain farted and wrote Ryuko, one of my other characters, on it. And I found it on eBay.
Amazing. But it sells it for a lot
That's
of
like a
money
misprinted
because it's
penny.
a different character.
You're like, they forgot Lincoln's hair in this penny, and it's worth $10,000.
So, dear lucky eBay winner, this is your Fire Emblem pen and a
Oh
little
my
tiny
God.
signature. Dear
Oh.
lucky eBay winner, that's for you.
Is that an Adel card? That's pretty.
Card.
It's an Adel card, you guys.
I love that.
It's an Adel card. It is. It's
good.
because the pins cost enough money that then I wanted people to still be able to afford it.
Sure.
And so you can still get a signature, but instead of getting like a big old Adel card, you get like a little card. But that way, the balance of the because there are these
like
nice,
that.
really enamel. Here, I'll hold it up so you guys can actually see it, not in a little.
I actually have an opinion question, and also if
do
Streamily
that. There you go.
representatives are still in chat, I
Ooh.
would very much appreciate help with this. I have a poster that has been ordered in the VIP section that has not come in shipping wise yet. It is a Fortnite poster, and this is a Fire Emblem signing, and I'm not able to skip to the next thing. Am I able to skip
Oh,
to the next thing?
You can
Yeah,
skip.
sure,
You
there's
just
no
keep
problem. You
scrolling.
gotta find
Just
it.
keep scrolling.
I'm using the signing assistant, and it's not letting me like.
Oh, I don't like the signing
I use
assistant.
the
I don't
sales
know.
Yeah,
overview.
Oh, you just use the sales overview. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
And then you put the you filter it so you just see the
Oh,
incomplete
that's glorious. Thank
I
you.
looked
Oh,
at the
that
camera. What did I do?
everything's so
Oh,
much
you guys
easier.
can't hear? I'm muted. Why am I muted?
I
Aw,
just mean.
man.
Were you muted the whole time?
I've been muted the whole time, and I
That
don't
would be
understand
so
why.
unfortunate and has
Why?
absolutely happened to me.
What is it? You can't hear.
I've
Okay.
done
Is it-
that.
Did I? Does
I
that
love it when
help
your
you?
chat doesn't tell you. That's my favorite part.
Can you
Oh,
help?
yeah.
Well, they have been telling me, but I've been talking to you guys, and I haven't been looking. They're like, she finally looked at us, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I'm just gonna keep making awkward, no sound, no audio. Cool. We'll start again, but not with you guys. I'll stay on with you guys. I'm just gonna restart you guys again because why not?
I love seeing this side of it.
This is fantastic. It truly is. Real talk. This is Edelgard. This is it. Like I was Hubert. What?
Yes. Yes.
Time to start a war.
Yeah, I was about to say like. Yeah.
It's because I'm not tech savvy enough, you guys. That's what happened.
To the person who asked me to draw a little doodle, you've just gotten the worst bunny of all time.
Oh, that's not
Audrey?
the worst. I've seen worse.
Dude.
Thank you.
People
I
love that stuff though. People like
absolutely
are
sure
always
worse.
asking for doodles because they just want to see like anything really.
Oh,
That's how
Dude.
Stick
I'll
Knot
take
came
it.
into existence.
Someone just asked me for a duck. Oh God, I can't see.
Oh,
There
a
you
duck.
go, Olivia. A little duck for you.
That's adorable.
I got asked to draw a Charizard once. Now
No.
that was awful.
That's a lot to
Absolutely.
draw. Also, that you're like, dog, is that a commission? Like,
Yeah, but at that point, I'm just like, here's the smallest little dumb thing and it looks atrocious. Absolutely atrocious.
I'm trying not to biff it on these prints. I'm like, each of these prints, don't screw up this print. Here we go.
Yeah.
We can do this. Don't. Nope.
Let me.
That's a quack.
The
I
worst
was
is
close.
if you're doing one of those drawings and you've decided to use like the paint Sharpies.
Yes.
So then it's like, all right, don't smear
Can
it.
you hear
Yup.
me?
Man.
Also, yeah, because when you get the prints through Streamily, it's all on like photo paper. But anything I've gotten for myself for conventions, I'm like, it's hot, it's heavy cardstock, and I've done more of like a matte thing.
Can
So
you
I'm
hear
like,
me?
if someone ordered through Streamily, I don't want to run out of the Streamily style ones. They all have their benefits, but I'm just
Good
like, oh
question.
God, I don't want to
You can
screw
hear
it
me?
up. And
Yes. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Do you have the Sakura ones? Is that what you have, Damien?
I do. I have the golden Sakura pens.
Yeah, that's what I just bought.
I
That was
do
recommended to me
stuff.
by Ray Chase. I was like,
It
hey
was
man,
recommended to me
question.
by Zach.
They're
Okay,
not good on
got it.
everything though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've been like
have learned that
switching
on
between. I don't use Sharpies anymore because they're just I don't know. I don't like them anymore.
Mhm.
So I use the pen touch ones, the Sakura ones, or
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
Posca pens are actually really nice.
Yeah.
But you don't use Sharpies anymore?
Because the paint markers bleed way too much for me.
Oh.
Like I've
Wait,
messed
hold
up.
up. What
so
kind of pen
many-
you do use? What's the kind of pen you do
Oh,
use?
I don't have them with.
Oh,
me.
it's okay.
Actually,
okay.
This is actually one of them.
Oh, does
Yeah.
it take a long time for it to
Ooh,
dry
fancy.
when you
I've
use
started-
it?
Okay.
They
started using
can,
these too.
depending on the
Yeah.
paper.
Using the
Yeah,
golden
Come in like
pen
a
touch.
copper, gold, silver,
Nice.
black, and
Because we have all of the Sharpies, but you're right,
Ooh.
they bleed and bleed and
Yeah.
bleed. It's just like everywhere.
Those are the
the
ones I
Posca
use.
ones, Posca, Posca pens.
Posca.
Those ones don't bleed as much for me that I've noticed so far.
Okay, I just made a note. I'm gonna look
Thank
into
you,
pasta
yeah.
pens. Thank you.
Very helpful.
I used to use these paint Sharpie ones, and they would just either explode on me
Oh God.
Mm.
or just ruin like 50 prints. And
Yeah.
I'm just
But
like, all
if
right.
you do have an exploding Sharpie, you can use alcohol. Whether or not you drink it is up to you, but I mean rubbing alcohol to remove it. You can use alcohol to remove it. That helps get
That's
it
probably only on glossies though, right? I don't think
I
it's for
think
matte.
so, not on matte, but like
Yeah.
if you have
Oh.
just like a
More
traditional,
porous.
regular, like
Too
Yeah, photo paper.
vellum.
I've like slowly
Yeah, let me
started
get a
transitioning just to photo paper.
Yeah, you just use
I'm gonna
photo
go
paper
back
now.
to
You think?
glossies.
Because I've been asking everybody their opinion. I'm like, hard cardstock, matte, satin gloss, and
Everybody tells you something different.
Of course.
Yeah.
yeah. As long as there's nothing where it's just like, oh, you use semi-gloss, you're the dumbest man I've met. Like, then I'm fine.
Oh, you use printer paper?
Yeah, yeah. I
Actually,
will
Ben
say one of
Lepley-
my mods just made a command where everybody's Streamily is listed. Thank you, Miss Joe W, for doing that. Thank you, Evil Ben, for doing that. We are still missing the one for Terra Platt. If you wouldn't mind also adding that in as well, please.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
not doing it
It's
right
just
now, but this is what the print looks like.
streamily.com/TerraPlat. That's me.
That's a dope print, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is
Hey.
specifically for Three Hopes. I wanted it so it's like, because I have 3 houses. I have before time skip looking in one direction, after time skip looking another, and then I'm like, what if he's looking in the middle?
Oh, nice. I love
And I was
that.
like, yeah, they're like,
That's for Brian on.
Oh, you guys don't have to worry
Sparkle
about my store. Mine's closed right now because I'm taking a little break.
And that's for Brian.
Okay,
on,
makes sense.
Mine will be
Fancy,
open
fancy.
probably like end of September, early
wake
October.
me up.
But I'm
heard
going on a
cat.
trip next month, so I was like, I don't want to worry about it, you know?
That's smart.
Yeah.
And then you
That's
don't leave them
fair.
for too long.
Yeah,
People like
I
waiting.
don't like
for
leaving
stuff.
it for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had recommended I leave the store open, and I did before we left. And then of course, like they were like, "Hey, where are all your prints?" I'm like, "When I come back, I will do them. I can't do them right now."
Yeah.
So I had to do it. So I just did a big one where we like went through all the ones that came in when we were out of town because they were like, "Sorry."
That's fair. Christian, what were you saying about Ben Lepley?
Oh,
Does he have printer paper?
during the signing that me, Retna, and Ben did, Ben had a fax machine and faxed himself. He ran out of Dedu prints. So he photocopied a Dedu print and then faxed himself that Dedu. It was like a 19-step process. So somebody out there, along with their actual Dedu print, is getting a black and white faxed Dedu print on printer paper signed
In
by
addition?
Ben Lepley. In addition.
Just to show that he signed it live. Is that the
Yeah.
thought?
Oh, yeah.
That's so fascinating.
It's
Hilarious.
just,
I thought you were going to
It's
say he
Ben.
found a color fax machine. I was like, how did he do that? That's where I thought you were going with the story, was that it was a color fax machine.
he
So
invented
he
the color
found a
fax machine.
DeLorean,
Yeah, I was like,
and then
how does that happen? Oh dear.
No one else in the world would. Only Ben. Only Ben.
He's a genius.
He is.
Yes.
We just
Why
need to
Because
get him
we
on
think
this
of
level.
faxes
this
are coming
before?
back, right? You know, now that those like little scannable QR codes are back, faxes will come back.
Oh, yeah.
right? That's the clear, logical choice.
You're going to fax me the menu at the Cheesecake Factory. That's the next step. It's coming.
I think a fax is only used. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I still don't know if I really like the QR codes. Like, I sort of feel like I like
Mhm.
having a menu and I like scanning the menu and like seeing multiple things at the same time and
sure.
then having to decide. I don't know that I like the little like scroll on my phone and try to see what I'm gonna eat kind of thing. I don't know.
I don't.
that
I've
that's-
touched too
Sure,
many
I get
sticky
that.
menus at restaurants to want to go back to menus.
No.
That's
I
also
understand.
fair.
I understand the sticky menu issue, but also there's like, I don't know, hand sanitizer. And if you're gonna be in a restaurant,
Yeah.
like you're already out in the world. So like sanitize and then get on with it. Sort of.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
the
know
ones with the
if
QR
it's-
codes
No,
don't come with
they
the fun
should
little
clean them and
maze.
They don't. Is I think what bothers me.
Yeah,
Here's what you
that's
do,
true.
right?
It shouldn't be my job to clean your menu.
Well, that's true. You
That is
shouldn't have
true.
to clean someone else.
You bring your iPad. You buy an iPad first of all. You
Oh,
bring
so
your
first
iPad.
step is buy an iPad.
Yeah,
Buy
the
an
first step
iPad.
is buy an
Dude, that's
iPad
really-
or a Samsung tablet. Doesn't matter. Just buy something.
Buy something.
You take
Uh-huh.
it. You take it with you wherever you go. You go into a restaurant, perfect. You scan the QR code, and then you just give yourself the illusion that
Of
you're
having
holding
a menu.
Exactly.
Well, I'm looking forward to when they actually give us paper that then you can fold and unfold, and that's actually your iPad is like actually like a thin.
Well, they have that.
flexible,
The
like-
That's there's
Oh,
Androids like that now.
Yeah, it's like the flexible thing, and then you really do feel like you have a real menu because you're like, ta-da,
Scares me.
I can
I
well,
don't
they
like
started bringing
technology.
back the flip phones, but now they're touchscreen.
Yeah,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. That's very terrifying.
It's technology
Flip
we
phones.
didn't need, I didn't ask for, and I still think it's awesome.
However,
Yes, technology that takes us back.
The only reason I would want that though was to like to have the emphatic like I'm hanging up on you. Flip.
Yeah.
Let's
it
have
would
that
be
again.
really
Let's have that.
unfortunate if it didn't hang up.
You're right. You do have to press the button
Just-
Yeah.
still.
Well, you don't have to
Little
make
back
a
open.
bracelet for me. That's very sweet.
And then after,
Thank you. Otherwise,
for
I'm like-
dramatic effect, that's when you flip it down. I think I have to look this up, and I don't want to because I don't want to. Did Razer come back specifically
Yeah.
God.
with the flip phone?
They did make razors,
they?
but that was a few years back where they were like, "We're back, baby, and we're out of business," and like I think it was that fast.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they have a Motorola Razr, which is a touchscreen flip phone.
Oh, that's so good on them. I'm glad they're trying so hard. They want this.
Oh.
That's so funny.
You guys, drawing stick figures of the character is not, I don't know.
It's great.
Yeah.
Show the class.
Follow
Yay!
Nadelguard, you guys. Follow the Nadelguard.
Beautiful.
Stick.
Adelstick. There's a little Adelstick just for you, Christian. Not you, Christian. Unless it's you, Christian, in which case this was awkward.
Look, I love the Black Eagles. I talk a lot of game about the Golden Deer, but I love
you
the
really
Black
love the
Eagles.
Black Eagles. I know how it works.
They're sad theater kids. This is my jam.
I get it. All right.
I'm signing a print for Butts Alonzonzo Butts.
Oh, Alonzonzo, how dare you? That's from my stream community.
Hello. This is just for you.
Nailed it.
I was asked to give my favorite Fire Emblem quote from this game, and it's "Less talk, more ham."
Yes.
Don't know if y'all got that
More
scene,
him is a good quote.
but I was like, "That's I am Shez now."
Glorious. I don't know why. I got a kick out of calling Gerald Ham Hands.
Huh?
I don't know why. I call him Ham Hands in one scene. I was just
Is it
like,
'cause
I
he's
don't know
beefy?
why that. I don't know why
Beefy.
that's funny. Just imagining him with ham hands.
It's deeply funny. We don't need to know why. I feel I'm right there with you, basically.
I'm so glad you appreciate my humor. It's like we're on the same wavelength.
Oh my gosh. You just need to dye your hair purple. We'll be twinsies. We have to do that cosplay.
I know.
That was so good.
So there was I say couple, I don't know if they're dating or not, but like there were a couple of cosplayers and they cosplay both male and female Shez together with like the swords and everything. I was like, bruh, that looks so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a Streamily question? If it shows that you still have like a red circle with numbers in it, but you can't find those things anywhere, where do you look for those items?
You can filter out what's completed and canceled and incomplete. Or your VIP
I'm
and
only
regular.
looking at incomplete. I'm looking at VIP and regular and only incomplete and of all time and all types and all statuses. And I still have a number with
Interesting.
stuff in there. Cool.
This is the beginning of an X-Files episode. This is,
Yes.
I want to believe in these prints.
So
Have
if
you seen the-
ordered something and it's not signed, I apologize. I'm looking for it.
Have you seen the new meme that's going around where they just switch around the words and it's like Mulder, like with a B next to him? It's like, I want B to leave.
Oh.
I'm like, damn, that's smart. How did no one come up with that for 20 years?
To
I'm
go
glad
back
they're
to the
still
menu
memeing
thing,
a 20-year-old television show.
while on my endeavor to look for the flip phone, by the way, to go back to the menu thing. So there are phones that flip horizontally. So what you do is you buy one of those phones, you scan the QR code, and then you flip it open, and then it will feel like a menu. That's my dumb joke.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like your style. I get it. I get it.
This is a strong and worthwhile investment.
You're welcome.
This is, yeah.
This is what I'm going to devote my life to. I'm going to focus on that.
This is the
This is why
future
we're
we
trying to
want.
sell these
iPads.
prints.
Yes.
Society was fine until we invested all of our money into menus.
Yeah, menus. It's the new, I don't know what the last hot thing was, but menus are the new hot thing.
Crocs?
Crocs, yeah, but my
Crocs
joke
made a
would have been
comeback.
better if I knew what the last hot thing was. That joke would have
Yeah.
landed better.
I mean, that's why we're a team. That's why
Well, thank
we're
you.
both on Black Eagles right now.
Exactly.
Wow.
Go
Today.
Team Black Eagles.
Wow.
Good callback. I like the full circle there.
There we go.
Well, for those of you who ordered something and I can't get to it, I will talk to Streamily at some point in my life and I will solve this problem for you. They keep updating their interface and their system, and I used to know how to get to everything, and now I'm like, oh, there's new fancy buttons, which means I can't find all the things.
Yep. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I have stuff that has been sold and it's like, oh, I forgot to print it.
Oh,
Well,
whoops.
I'll have to wait till the next one.
What?
Yeah. That happens too.
Oh, I lied and said there was a cap print shipping issue. And that, I feel bad. But I have it now. It's here now.
So wait, when you do your cat print, are you doing like holographic and fun, fancy, shiny things, or are you just getting regular prints from them?
I did a holo for the first time on this print, but otherwise I've always been like regular prints. I don't know about holo. I'm too scared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like their paper and their customer service, so I kind of go to them for most things unless I need a rush order.
I
Yeah,
agree.
no, I definitely like them, but you're right. They, as far as turnaround, because they're not like down the street. I used to print. There was a printer that literally I could almost walk there from our house, and so I would always just go there because I could pick it up like a day before the signing, and it was like no big deal. And then they moved because the pandemic and all of that, and I'm like, we'll figure out a new system.
Erica, do you generally do like satin or gloss?
I've never done satin. I don't even know what that feels like. I
like-
usually do matte.
Satin
but
is
I
the
think I
new word
might
for
be
their
moving
matte. They don't
back
do
to
matte
gloss.
anymore. They just call it satin.
Matte and
do
satin
they?
are the same thing.
Yeah.
No, a cat print does?
Yeah, I think so.
No, they just call it
What?
plain now. Satin's different.
Oh, because when I click on satin, they say
You
we
think
formerly
it's
called this
more
matte,
for
but
satin.
plain sounds
Formerly
better.
known as
Formerly known as yeah.
the paper formerly known as
The
print.
paper formerly known as satin.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
good
they
to
just
know.
call it plain now.
Well, I'll do plain in the future. I like panicked because I've got my first ever like in-person con signing. I'm doing the Anime Impulse, which I think a lot of us are doing. So I was like, I need posters and I need so many of them, and I will have options.
When is Anime Impulse?
Next weekend.
Next week.
Awesome.
So,
PAX is also next week, and that's where I'll be if you're in Seattle.
Yeah, and I'm at SAC Anime next weekend. I think that's why I couldn't do the Anime Impulse.
oh, that's
one.
right. I think
Yeah.
people are split.
Yeah.
Because cons are back.
Yes.
Cons are back.
Yeah.
There are.
Be safe, but huzzah at the same time.
Yes.
But be safe, but huzzah.
Yes. Yes.
But huzzah.
But huzzah.
Oh. Okay, so obviously, less talk, more ham is a peak.
Yep.
Peak Shez line. That's
Oh,
a
thank
peak
you.
Shez line.
That's a
Does
really
anyone else have a
nice- I
peak
appreciate
their
that.
character line that they truly love? Either one from Three Houses or Three Hopes. Was there a
Yuri
Three
is
Hopes?
the best. He's
Shocking that that's what would come.
Gosh.
Amazing.
Oh, I don't know. Bernadetta says like amazing things all the time.
I agree.
There
true.
is Twitch.
So-
That's right. We're on Damien's Twitch. which
It's
is
tough
where
when
I like
almost
hearing
every
it
line
coming.
is a banger. It really is.
Yeah. She just screams all the time.
There's a
That's
bunch
my
of people
favorite.
up there, which is
Really.
fun, but I wanted to make sure that I could sign the stuff so that you guys could see
Finding
it
her
live.
in the house
Not
once
everybody
she's
does.
recruited, she's in that little shack in Three Hopes. It gave me such joy. I'm like, okay, good. We have a little place for you. It's fine. You just come out and kill, and then we'll put you back in. It's
Thank you,
okay.
Julie.
I still need to play it.
Playing games is
So
fun.
fun.
There's so many games on my backlog, and then I'm like, oh man, there's so many games I
Thank you
could
so
play, and then I just keep going back to Final Fantasy 14. So.
I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
god, I'm
It's
almost
That's fair.
so
It's the
tempted
old
to get sucked
reliable.
back
You,
in.
you have
Do
that
it.
one game that will just go back to because it's like, oh, it's easy to pick up.
Yeah.
And you can like pick it up for like maybe 20 minutes or maybe 4 hours. And then
See, I always let the fans down because I'm not a gamer. I don't play games. I like either go read books or I do puzzles or build Legos. And so they're always
Sure.
like,
Those are all
what do you
fun
mean you don't
things.
play the game? And I'm like, it's just not, I don't know. I grew up without a television, so I never like was in front of a console and like doing something. And then
Mm.
becoming an adult and doing my own thing, I just sort of never did it. And so
Yeah,
like
some people are
everybody's
like
always
that.
super disappointed that I don't play. And I'm
Aw.
like, I'm sorry, but you guys do a great
Aw.
job and I enjoy the playthroughs and I watch the videos sometimes. Like I don't it's
Yeah,
just
like
not for
that's
me.
also like this is your job was the voice stuff. Like if you're not gonna look at a
Not
chef
the
and be like,
game.
you didn't eat the cake you made me.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
You can just do a good job at the thing you do, and that's enough.
Exactly. Exactly. But
true.
it is interesting how many people get really disappointed. They're like, what do you mean you don't play? And I'm like,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you enjoy it. That's fun. Go have
I'm exactly the same way. I had to for this last convention because my thing is I just watch old school television.
Mm.
So
yeah.
I was asking Alejandro, I'm like, okay, what did I say? I said, like, in terms of like, I know Friends. Which one is which
right.
Friends character? I can get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Give it
like,
to me
I
in
like
terms that I can
Chandler.
understand.
Who's the Chandler of Fire Emblem? And I was like, oh my
Chandler.
god, that's so specific.
Ferdinand?
Yeah. See, I
Like-
use Yuri, my husband, to be like, so can you tell me what's happening? Although now he doesn't play now that we have a kiddo. Like, it's like, there's no time to
Sure.
do anything. So it's like,
Hmm.
he's like, I don't know. I don't play the game either.
My husband actually played a game that I'm in for the first time this week. This
so
game,
cool.
Saints Row, came out, and he started playing it, and he said it was too weird. First time playing it with hearing my voice, and he's like, I don't like this. You're
Saints
sitting
Row
next
is
to me.
such a
I
good-
hear
it's
you,
such a
and I
good
hear
game.
you."
Oh
Yeah. Well,
no.
he turned it off very quickly. Like, all right, now we know where that boundary line is.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
I have a really wholesome story. I have a niece. Her name is Alejandra. Funny enough, and my cousin, her mom showed her this movie I was in. It was a Barbie movie where I had to sing and stuff, and my niece didn't believe it until she learned how to read and she saw my name. And then later on, they ended up, for some reason, they ended up going with a different actor for like the show or whatever. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And the show started playing, and my cousin's like, look, that's your uncle. And she's like, no, it's not. That's not his voice. And I'm like, you're 5. How do you know that? she had a really good ear.
wild.
I was very impressed.
That's
High
so
level
sweet,
criticism. It's like,
though.
I don't know. Not sure about this casting choice, but all right, you know.
Actually,
She's got the ear. You got a sound engineer on your hands there.
Gosh.
Favorite
It's not like the opposite. My mom calls me all the time. She's like, I heard you on TV. Is this you? And I'm like, no, that wasn't me. I'm in every voice now. Every voice.
You should just start saying yes. Yes,
Yeah.
that was me.
yeah.
All back to
I'm
back.
the voice of whatever that is. Yeah, that was me. That was
Yeah, I'm the gecko in the Geico commercial.
Do you want to save 15%?
yeah.
On your car insurance. Allstate, are you in good hands? That was me too, Mom.
The
Got
super
Danilo.
low voice.
Which is
Yeah, they technology. They use the filter or whatever. It's like,
Allstate, are you in good hands?
see, it's that easy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If you want to
He's movie magic.
I know what you mean, man.
He
I
just
feel the
presses
same
a
way about
button
it
and it
usually.
happens.
Gotta is
Yeah, man.
I agree.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Yeah, this one goes out to Donato. It's a happy birthday for
What I really appreciate about your Shez performance is how it's such a different voice for you. It really comes out of nowhere.
Damien is so versatile. His range, impeccable.
God.
Let's talk more ham.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
good take. Let's do just like 1 or 2 more. Let's see where we land.
Maybe drink some water to clear up your vocal cords.
Oh, I got some ninjam right over here. Let me just see.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Which I do by my computer at all times.
Do you
Oh, that's
really?
smart.
Ninjam, yeah.
Do you do it as the drink or do you do it as the little lozenges?
I prefer it as the syrup. I just take the
drink.
spoonful
I
and
say
let it
that
run
as the
down.
drink. I call it the drink because it's like a
Oh, yeah.
Well, they even have
Chug it.
packets now. You guys know that, right?
Go-gurt
I saw
packet.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're
do. They
they
do.
are go-gurt. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
No,
like-
they're great.
Yeah.
Those are the two. I recommend those over the lozenges. I feel like they're more
Really?
effective for me. Yeah.
Yeah, but now the question is, are you doing it in session or are you waiting till your session is done and then doing it as like care?
Depending. If
Yeah.
I'm yelling during the session, like depending on the yell I just did, I'll do it in between.
Oh yeah.
Guys,
I
can
feel like it
share
gets
really.
goopy.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like it gets me goopy, so I sort of wait till the end and then I like
Sure.
do it. What were you saying?
This is random. So I remember I said I like watching old school stuff. I was rewatching all the episodes of The Nanny. There's an episode where she's like trying to get pregnant with Mr. Sheffield. So she goes to like an Asian market and she buys the ninja whatever Kung Pao thing. Because I was like, I have that in my kitchen. Same exact packaging and everything from like a
Amazing.
90s show. And that's what she's taking to try to get
that's
pregnant.
wild.
So now you guys can all get pregnant when you try to take care of your voices. Is in summation.
Finally. Yeah, I also feel like if anybody's not like in need of a marketing refresh, it's Ninjam. Like,
Yeah.
you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah. Also, I think things like that sell better when they have sort of this like history that goes with them.
I would
Like
agree.
people start to trust that and they're like, well, this has been used for how long and this many people have used it and they feel comfortable with it. So they're like, don't rebrand that.
For
Like,
those of you that are not
absolutely don't.
familiar, it's this bottle that we are talking about
Mm.
of
Mhm.
voice acting magic.
Magic
And it is
juice.
iconic. When I saw it on TV, I was like, that's the bottle.
Yeah, you knew what it was right away.
Yep.
I do like the lozenges though. They come in different flavors, and so like,
Oh, do
it
they?
doesn't
Oh
it
yeah.
doesn't taste always the same. So you're not like, oh yeah, thick.
It's not obviously cold medicine.
I
Now it's
guess
something
I'm the
else, too.
weirdo. I like it.
I like it
the
too.
Taste. Yeah.
It's very herbal. I like that it's medicinal. It tastes like it's doing
It
something.
tastes like it's doing something. Well, that's how I
Yeah.
feel about black licorice because I love black licorice, and that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good for
yeah.
your voice.
Mm.
So like if you're losing your voice, black licorice is really really good for you.
What? Really?
It is.
Right.
I think that's what the vocal
That's in
zone
throat
stuff
coat.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Mm.
friend got me hooked on like I haven't bought them recently, but pastilles, the like black currant.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
black currant
Those are really
is
good.
Those
so
are
good.
pricey though.
Yeah, they are a little expensive.
Amazon,
But
though,
if
they
you-
have like a pack of 3 and it's cheaper if you buy it like
Okay.
several times.
Good
That's
to
why-
know.
Yeah.
Thank
So
But
you.
what I was going to say about black licorice is make sure you're not getting candy licorice. Like make sure you're actually getting like Australian black licorice or like European black licorice, because I mean, there are companies that sell like black red vines and that's not going to give you any medicinal help. Like you actually
It's
want like
helping.
good
It's the
licorice.
color.
that's- Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're like, this is candy. Candy is candy, but like black licorice, you don't need to eat a lot of it, but a little bit of it will help because the licorice root will help sort of
Yeah.
open things up and soothe it. That's what's going
Kind
on.
of
But,
speaking. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna
You
say
can finish.
also pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is one of the best things if you're
I think I've heard that before.
anti-inflammatory.
I've also heard about
Oh
that.
yeah.
I also eat raw ginger and turmeric every day, which is really. I had COVID in like May, so like
Yeah.
the throat has just been like I just don't have as much like yelling
Yeah.
stamina, like grenade, get down, like.
Yeah.
But it's really been helping with the
So you
inflammation.
eat raw ginger and turmeric every day. You don't just like wait until you have a session. You do it
Twice a
every
day because it really affected my throat so much after having
Yeah.
COVID. Like it kicked my butt, and I'm like
yeah.
double vaxxed, double boosted. So like
Yep.
yeah, I highly recommend that as an anti-inflammatory. And there's an amino acid called NAC that is just now hitting shelves again. It was pulled by the FDA for a minute, but like look into it for yourself. But it is really good for respiratory health, and it's one of the strong
NAC.
NAC. I think it's N-acetyl something acid, and Amazon sells a BS version of it that is not real. It has to have the N atom, the N molecule in it. So it's NAC. You can get it from Now Foods. I got mine through Walmart, but it's like it has done wonders for throat repair. Just saying. I'm not a doctor.
Wait, did you say it was an enzyme or did you say what did you say?
It's
it
an
was?
amino acid
An amino acid.
with
yeah,
an
yeah.
extra N molecule. I forget what the N is, but
Okay. I will make a note of
there we
that.
go. NAC is N-acetylcysteine. Thank you, Trimex.
N-acetylcysteine.
N-acetylcysteine.
Interesting. We're talking throat health over here because,
Throat
of course,
health,
we
yes.
all care about throat health on
We
account
sure
of
do.
using our throats for things that are not always healthy, a la scream, scream, scream.
Because we're just so good at it. Prof Ben, if you're out there, you didn't put anything for the makeout too, so I'm not gonna put. I'm just gonna sign it.
Pineapple juice is great. Yes, because it's an anti-inflammatory. That's why pineapple juice.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, some people
Damien.
do
What
that.
did you say? On the what?
There's the make out to section.
Oh, okay. My brain was like,
Oh,
make out.
Damien is gonna make out with the people. That's why
Listen.
I was
his
like,
cost a little more because
Christian,
he makes
Christian
out with
knew
them.
where I was going because of the laugh.
oh no!
So I was
Like,
like, who
look,
are you
we've
making
talked
out
about
with?
parasocial relationships, but you might get a little kiss if you get a poster.
Yes, you're one.
God.
Nothing
It's
romantic
over now.
about it though. It's just a
Ah.
little kiss.
Who doesn't want to come?
Just a little smooch.
As a treat.
Oh.
It's a transaction.
Don't you
Ugh.
don't you give a little smooch when people subscribe?
No.
Only during COVID times. One for each
That's a
eye.
great little bit, though. I've just been saying thank you. Absolutely. You should be like, thanks for subscribing. Like, straight up. Patent pending. That's just.
Patent pending.
Thanks for the sub.
So do you guys all have your own Twitches? Is that what's happening? Is everyone has a Twitch now and I'm just an old lady and I don't know about all of this?
Some
mean,
people don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Twitch, but I started off content creating and then I got into VO.
So are you guys doing Twitch? Like, are you playing video game live
Mhm.
on Twitch and talking about it?
Yeah.
I stream 3 times a week. I've been a voice actor for way longer than I was a Twitch streamer, but then, like I said, I lost my job and I had a little bit of a following from that job. So I was like, I'll try Twitch streaming, and then it became a viable source of just like, oh, thanks for helping me survive. And
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah. Once again, I go back to the I don't play video games and I disappoint everyone, so I can't really just Twitch stream me.
Well, there's
reading
more
a
than
book.
there's more than people just playing video games and stuff.
Yeah.
People like
It's
literally
not
use it
just-
just to chat or
Oh,
like
I didn't
actually,
realize
some people
that.
do like crossword puzzles. Like it's
Yeah.
people make their own thing.
Thank you, Alec.
See, I really thought that Twitch was for video game. Like I thought that it was
No.
like how you play.
Well-
Like it was like
Well,
because you
isn't
are
it
in the
mainly
video
for
game.
video
It used to be. No, so when Twitch first started, it was supposed to. So when Twitch first started, it was the gaming version of a different website called Justin TV,
Mhm.
which is old as hell. But that doesn't exist anymore, and Twitch is now owned by Amazon. And Twitch has just evolved into being kind of whatever. Like
Yeah.
people like do talk shows, people react to stuff, people just converse with like their chats.
Cooking
They'll do
shows.
this. Yeah.
Cooking.
Some people will cook. Some
That's
people
fascinating.
will explore the world. There's like literally channels dedicated to like just
adventure?
roaming Japan and stuff. Or some people
Amazing.
will
Like-
explore the wilderness.
People play
That's
geo
cool.
geo
Oh, geocaching stuff.
geocaching stuff, but also like
GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr. So you're
Yeah.
literally like,
GeoGuessr.
ooh, this is an online game that anyone can play. Where do you
Yeah.
guys think we're at? Oh, this does look like Harajuku. We were right. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So you don't
No,
have to
they'll
be like a
give you,
gamer to do
They'll
that.
give you
Yeah.
like the essentially like the Google Maps of like where are you right now, and you're like, this kind of looks like South America, Brazil maybe,
Yeah.
and then it's like, nope, it was Chile,
Yeah.
and then
How dare you
YouTube
think this was
Live.
Brazil?
yeah, like it's that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
You
You
thought
would
this was
basically
Senegal,
like
you
Instagram.
idiot. It's-
Right. It's what I'm using Instagram Live for. It's the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Just
Cool.
in front of you in a simpler way, because I've got like multiple monitors here where I'm like, okay, this is easier to keep track of. and-
Oh, same.
yeah.
Huh.
But that's
Is it because you can see their chat on a different monitor than
Mhm.
it's,
I've got
like,
the
not
chat
one thing?
here, the tech side of things that we're doing here, the screen that I'm looking at for Zoom here, and then my list of Streamily stuff here.
Wow.
So it's handy
That
dandy.
feels really intense because you're in like you're like in the headquarters. You're
I'm in my
inside of the
pod.
mech suit
Command
and you're
center.
like powering.
I'm piloting a
Right.
Jaeger
You're
with my
piloting
best
a
friend.
Jaeger. I see exactly what you're doing. You're piloting the Jaeger right now. That's awesome.
People called me weird when I got a third monitor. Ha! I
Oh,
am nothing.
who did that?
I mean, Christian, we're
Let me
still
talk.
weird.
Oh
Let
yeah,
me
that's
talk.
I was
you know
gonna
what,
say
that's fair.
you're not weird for having a third monitor. You're just weird.
yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah.
Christian,
I
I've
did
had a
this to you.
third monitor for like 6 years.
It's bold, and I stand by it. I think this was the right choice.
I agree with
Hey,
you.
some people have 4.
Four.
I don't know how, but they do.
Why?
Streamers could use 3 of them, 1 for chat, 1 for the game, and 1 for Twitter because they want it, and then the 4th, they flip it vertically for the chat specifically.
My stuff is vertical on the left here.
Oh,
There it
nice.
is.
There you
Oh,
go.
Told
Yeah.
you.
That's how we know you take this serious.
I do. I'm a professional, darn
Games crushed me the most. It
Wait.
might be from Monster.
Gosh.
So nervous about this paint smearing. I'm like running out of random
Don't mess
individual
it up.
spaces in my room to like
Don't mess
stack.
it up.
That's why I got totally unnecessary artist gloves. Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Does that really keep the paint pens from smearing?
Not
Artist
at all,
gloves?
but it looks cool. And I,
Oh,
No.
okay.
A lot
Buy
of
like a little portable fan and like just fan it.
Yeah.
But what if the fan is too much pressure and then it'll blow the
Oh.
fucking?
Well,
Yeah,
then use
one
them
guys are
out.
direction.
It'll
overthinking
be
it, I
extra.
God.
You'll have to like specifically right over it. Just
Christian, I don't know why. Like when you held up the glove, I thought it was like one of those glow gloves that people take to raves.
oh,
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
I was like, oh, Christian.
Christian, do you have a drawing tablet?
do I have a drawing tablet?
Yeah.
I have a tablet that I have drawn on, and
Oh, okay.
nobody is seeing that because it's terrible.
Well,
What?
that's
Well, you
I've
can't just
mainly
say
seen
that.
people. I've mainly seen people with those gloves because of that. So
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it helps them draw and stuff like digitally.
I bought it because I feel like it looks cool, and also it is admittedly better than like my skin, which has oils and is a different temperature,
You know,
touching
that's-
the thing and
That's
smidging it.
very fair.
Odds are less, but not zero. And I've given people smudged prints once, and I felt horrific. I was
What,
like,
you
"No."
don't want people taking your fingerprint DNA or whatever
want-
the heck?
you don't want
and
the
using that?
follicles?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with more Christians in the world.
You can
What
you
did
can
you mean
clone
by
me.
fingerprint
Good
That's a
luck.
DNA?
loaded statement.
I don't. I'm
There's
just
no cloning from DNA, right? From
no. I'm
fingerprints?
like being an
Oh,
idiot.
okay.
Like, you can clone me, but you got a lot of therapy to pay for. So
It's gonna be a whole
take
thing,
on
and
that
I'm not
responsibility
doing
at your own risk.
I don't think you really want it.
Right? I got this one. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I thought I did it myself. Dang it!
Okay.
You were doing so well.
It is true.
You were doing so well. See, that's my print. That's why she unmuted.
It's for you.
One is
Yeah,
for Kagi something.
Kagi who?
I'm also
Yeah.
now having this horrible like fear that I didn't show the camera all the VIP ones. I'm like, oh,
How dare you? I can't
Yeah.
believe you did that.
I don't know,
I'm getting
man.
paranoid about that too.
I'm super paranoid. So if anybody didn't get it,
Where's my print?
sorry.
Standards. Just, you know.
I can't believe this.
Kristen wants me to write on my print. Looks like Dawn's almost here. Because, you know,
Nice.
Aw.
my name's Dawn.
I like it.
Oh no!
That's a deep one.
Well, like literally, what's the name of the first chapter of Three Hopes? It's the Dawning.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
It's like,
New Dawning. Silver Moon. Yeah. You know what? I do love the part in Three Hopes, not as a spoiler, when especially you're playing as Femshez and we say the line, "We'll greet a new dawn together." And then every character turns toward the camera and just smiles for a minute. A little wink.
Wink.
Just like God. Can we talk about? I always forget his name because I'm bad at remembering names. The gentleman who plays Geralt.
Oh, David Lodge.
David Lodge.
He has the most beautiful, soothing voice ever, and I'm like,
Yeah.
can you please voice every dad? I want you to voice every
Yeah.
dad ever.
He's already at least one other peak dad.
See,
Like,
Yeah.
Here's the one thing why it's almost like a trope because JB Blanc voices a lot of dads,
Yup.
but he specifically voices dads that end up meeting their demise. So if I see JB Blanc voicing a dad, I'm like, this guy's dying. Like I'm like, give it like an hour or two and he's dead.
Yeah.
And
the
like
Sean Bean
clockwork-
curse.
Like clockwork, it always happens. And I'm like, man, one day JB will be a dad that won't die.
Someday.
Exactly how I felt opening up Horizon. I was like, oh, hey, Jim. Oh,
Bro,
no. Here we go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Here we
That
go.
was when I realized I was playing Horizon for the first time earlier this year, and I'm like, oh, JB Blanc. Man, it
Oh.
would suck if he died.
Same with
Like 30 minutes later.
Star Wars, whatever the new Star Wars game was, where it was very Dark Soulsy, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like, I'm basically your
Oh.
father figure, and you know, you got to get off this planet. I was like, oh, you got about 45 minutes.
Like
stop throwing up death
15
flags.
15 minutes later.
You're a kid
Did
with
any of you
dreams,
guys watch
kid.
Barry, the TV show?
Which one?
And JB Blanc. Barry.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Barry. I heard you say fairy.
Yeah,
So I was
same.
like, the heck is fairy?
Very.
Barry.
JB Blanc is in that, and I was freaking out when I saw it. And I was like, oh my god! And well, I don't want to say spoilers. Sorry.
Oh, sure.
it's okay.
What,
When he,
are you guys gonna watch it? Are you guys?
You
okay
can
with
bleep
it?
yourself though. You can say blah 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 beep for your spoilers, so that you know people know that you've been muted.
also,
Very
like, he's been in the show for a couple of years. People have had time.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you're good.
Like, I haven't seen it, but I'm also forgetful, so I'll end up forgetting.
Well, I mean, he's still kicking as far as I
Okay.
know. So, but now I don't know. Now that you told me his track record, and that
Yeah.
is the type of show where a lot of people die.
Wait, is he a dad in that show?
Not that I know of. No.
Okay, so you see, there's a difference. If he's not a dad, anything can happen. But when he is a dad, 90% of the time he's usually dead.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I remember watching it and being like, "That's the dude that directs me in Fortnite," and like just wherever I was with, I was like, "Isn't that exciting?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's really cool, man." I'm like, "Yeah,
You Fortnite.
he's the Fortnite guy. He's got a good laugh."
Oh, guys, somebody asked me to draw a doodle of a deer. How do you draw a deer?
Can you do little antlers? Like just do like a little face, like a little rectangular face with antlers?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, just face. This is good. I was like, this is gonna be a really sad print. Real quick.
It's a dog with horns. It's fine.
The dog with that's true.
That's true.
With antlers, not horns.
The
I
mighty
mean, we've all
Escalade.
seen The Grinch, you guys. A dog with horns.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
deer.
See?
That's a deer.
Thing.
Can you draw the birth of
It's the
Venus? Just a little the
Yeah.
birth of Venus
Just throw one in
in the
there.
corner. I did just get a request from someone named Lee who asked me to refer to Shez as a little meow meow. So I did do that.
Meow, meow.
I said to Lee, Shez is a little meow meow.
Is he problematic enough to be a little meow meow?
I don't know. Is that a thing?
What
I
does
think
it
half the thing
mean?
is like you have to be like an evil character objectively, but like an evil character that people love. Like, oh, he's like Goro Akechi. Oh, he's my little meow.
Oh, I had
meow.
no idea that was an actual term. I was just like, Lee wants what Lee gets, like for this signing.
This took research because I made mistakes in the past, so I looked up the whole little meow meow.
I hate that you just described Goro Akechi as a little man.
meow meow, and I love him.
I'm telling Robbie right now.
Yeah, I'm sure
Let
he'd
him know.
agree.
Let him know.
No, just text him without context. You're my little
Like,
meow meow.
You're my little meow meow. Just so you know.
I'd probably be okay with it, to be
That's true,
completely
yeah.
honest.
Oh, thanks.
Right, I tried.
I've definitely forgotten to
My
hold up
little
some of
meow
these,
meow.
but I hope I at least got the VIPs. This is gonna keep me up
Oh,
at
Jeannie,
night.
you gotta show the class.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
How do I draw a deer? You went to deer drawing college, pulling
It's
a
right
fast
next to
one
Eric
on
Wait,
her.
Knock.
wait,
It's
let me see
smaller.
it again. I want to see it again.
It's
Yeah.
adorable.
Yes.
Oh, it is
Nice.
adorable.
That looks more like a
It's
deer than
perfect.
most things I've seen.
You did a great
You
job.
nailed it.
Basically, we're all very impressed with you and your art skills right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I gotta run because it's 1, but I hope you are all having a great rest of your weekend. And
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that I
Same
get
to
to be in
you.
this title with you guys, and I'm glad that everybody loves this.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
much.
To many
Right.
more pieces of
Yes.
work with all of us together.
Yes, exactly. Here, and have a great time next weekend, you guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you too.
Um,
Everybody
you
stay
too.
safe.
All right, take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
What's happening next weekend?
Anime Impulse.
Anime Impulse,
And other stuff.
Sacramento anime thing.
Sac Anime, yeah.
Oh,
and
I
then
could have
Christian
guessed
said
that
PAX.
name. And then PAX West.
I
Let's
just
go,
noticed that
Birds.
her name tag said Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh,
on it,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
her own name.
Yeah.
I was like, how
literally,
did I not see that?
Before joining, mine was Zeno Robinson because last time I used Zoom on this computer, I was in a Zoom call with Zeno and we were messing with each other.
Oh.
I had written it like Zeno with like an accent
That's
in like
funny.
everywhere.
Yeah, it was definitely like I don't know, computer virus speech when I saw
Yeah.
it. I was just like,
I
is Zeno in the signing? I'm down.
I will say I even confused myself because when I joined, I saw Zeno's name and I was like, "Oh, Zeno's here." But it was me, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm
Cool.
just an idiot."
Yeah, me and Lucian share a booth computer, so that's definitely happened with us before where
yeah.
I've come in as Lucian and I'm like, I don't know how to fix this.
Huh.
My favorite
I
part
have
is
to
when
change this
I'm
one.
signed in with it's either my account or Hayden's account,
Mhm.
and then it'll be a session. We'll join in as each other, and the client is like, hello, who are you?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry guys, hi, it's me."
Oh yeah, that's happened before. Like I think I was directing something and somebody from like a shared voice actor household, I don't want to give out names just
Oh, sure.
to be safe. But you probably know who I'm talking about, Alejandro. Shared voice actor household came in actually no, it's a different shared voice actor household, not the one that I was
Sure.
thinking of. Anyway, they came in as one of their roommates' names. And I think the engineer was so confused that they just like denied the request for them to come in and
Oh,
it bans
no.
them from the Zoom call entirely.
bans
them?
Wow.
No.
And, and so we started the session late because we were like, how do we get back in?
That's really funny. Because then at
I
that
think
point
that
you'd have to
happened
make
on
a
a
whole new
regular,
one.
actually, Alejandro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That was, I mean, that whole
God.
recording from home, it can be definitely a mess sometimes. And I feel like,
Why you
It's always
shouldn't
a
have fun.
Yeah,
You're not
it's-
supposed to have fun while doing it. You got to keep everything above board. No fun.
No
Don't do it.
fun.
Yeah.
No fun
Don't do it.
Exclusive work.
Damn,
Voice acting
VAs
is
just
hard
have
and it
frat
hurts
houses
and
out
it's
there.
not fun. What's up?
well, it's not frat house. It's just expensive
Yeah.
to live out here.
Yeah, in LA. I was reading a comment on your Twitch.
Oh, what did someone ask?
Damn, VAs just have frat houses out there.
Yeah.
No, no, it's just rent out here. It can be upwards of $3,500 a month,
Yeah,
depending on
especially if
where
you're an
you're
actor
living.
and you need to save that money.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
Yeah,
this might be the last
me and
job I
Lucia
ever
used to live
get.
in a house like that, actually.
God.
We lived with Chris Hackney, and I lived with Christina V for a time, and some other people I'm blanking on at the moment, but lots of people
Oh, yeah.
rotated through that house, that apartment that we lived in when we first moved out here.
Gosh. Yeah,
Those
it's
were the
expensive.
days.
And
Very
it only
expensive.
gets more and more.
Oh,
Hey
yeah.
guys, raise your hand if you own a home.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
Yep.
I call it my home.
What was the question? What was the question?
Oh, you don't count. You own one.
You own a home. Like, you
You don't count.
I didn't hear the question. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
He's like, how
If
many
you
people
own
own a home? Raise your hand.
Oh. Yep.
That's not like, you don't count.
There are times of the year where I'm proud to be a homeowner, and then, dear God, property taxes. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
hate
Yeah, you have to pay those with condos, too. I have to. Ugh.
Ugh.
Ew.
ridiculous.
Sucks.
Welcome to Home Ownership, the stream. Today we will be discussing.
Can you?
I don't know if I can curse.
Especially
I
in
cursed
California, you
once
just have
and
to
it-
repeat yourself like, it's equity, it's an investment.
Yep.
It's also like you didn't really leave the door open for anyone to answer positively. You're like, it's impossible to own a home. Does anyone here own one? I'm like, if anybody had a home, you wouldn't want to be the one to be like,
Say
How
it.
dare you?
Say it.
Oh, look at you with your roof and your walls.
I live in a box. This is just a green screen.
Exactly. I've only afforded these two so far. The rest of this is very loud.
Gotta pay for the other walls.
Necessities only.
God. Could you imagine?
Yeah, could you imagine?
I mean, have you seen some of those like real estate ads for like houses that are basically just burned down houses and it's still like $1 million?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
It's a
Yeah.
fixer upper.
Super,
Oh
exactly.
my god.
I have seen one. It was because every now and then, this is how I like to torture myself, but how I just randomly have fun. I'll go on Zillow and just look at places in areas I want to live in, and then I'll be like, oh, this is like 500. That house isn't a house that's burnt. It's done.
Yep.
You'd need it would cost you $1 million to fix it.
It's a murder house and the murderer is still there.
and you get to
will
evict
say-
them.
God.
I will say, last time I left for a con, the con I was going to with Jeannie, while I was lifting, there has always been this house literally around the corner from us that whenever you walk past it, it always smells like cat pee. You can smell the cat urine from outside the house, and it looks run down. Like there's like random, because it's like the creepy house you see in like movies. It has like the inflatable random objects out in the front yard. Like the windows are boarded up. It's just a mess in the front yard. And you're like, there's no way someone lives in there. And the moment you think that, someone's coming out of the house. And you're like, oh, geez. Well, I've walked by that house so many times. And just like a month ago when I went to a con, I was in my lift. It's like, I think 7 or 8 in the morning. And I'm going and I look over and I see, in classic movie fashion, the owner of the house, shirtless in like his underwear, being arrested by like 5 cops. And I'm like, what is happening?
The cat police don't mess
Wait.
around.
And now that house is owned by the banks. So
Whoa. So is
Yeah.
all this stuff, because I know what house you're talking, all this stuff
they're
is gone.
cleaning it up. They're slowly cleaning it up.
Oh my god.
I'm sure that the crazy part is it's not like the street is full of like these bad houses. It's the one bad house,
Yeah.
and next
Oh, it's
to it
always-
is like a really nice house. and on the other side of it is like an apartment complex. So the really nice house is like, oh, finally, my like, you know, the quality of my house, you know, it's gonna go up,
Gonna
baby.
go up, yeah.
I don't have to deal with this neighbor.
My goal is
I've been
to.
in the house next to us. They purchased it and fixed it up, and I was like, raise up my property.
See, I want to be that other house one day. I want to be the one where it's like, why do you just have like fake gravestones everywhere? I'm like, it's Halloween in June. Like, that's what I want to do.
Every year.
Every year.
Everybody leaves out their Christmas lights. I always leave out my Halloween decorations.
Exactly.
That's
Oh,
what
I
I
can't.
want.
My HOA says no.
Oh boy.
Even if
yeah.
I did do that, I don't do that
Oh.
anyway. But...
There's a hard line on Halloween decorations.
Yeah, they're
there's
like, you can't keep it out a month after. It's like, okay, sure.
Why not?
Fine, don't be festive.
Because HOA. I don't know.
All right, here's the thing. My partner, they hate Christmas. So I've told them to justify it. I'm like, why don't we just make it Halloween Christmas?
Yes. My
Halloween too.
You could pull out Oogie Boogie, like an inflatable Oogie Boogie, and just put like a Christmas hat on him. It's fine.
my
Yeah.
partner and I have a
That's
Halloween
true.
Christmas tree. It's a black Christmas tree that we decorated with orange tinsel.
There you
And
Yo.
I thought I was going to be the most emo person in the chat, but that
Absolutely
apparently is untrue.
not. JoJo pose.
Yowie fingers with the black nail polish. Get out of here.
Dude,
JoJo.
I'm so excited because we have a friend who works for CBS. Every time I say it, I accidentally say CBS and they're like the pharmacy, but no, CBS. And they recently moved offices from, right on Ventura, like the studios that are right there. It's like across from the Trader Joe's.
Yes,
and,
yes.
you know,
The
farms.
W.
That's where their
yeah.
offices were. And it was cheaper apparently to just get rid of everything in the office and start new at a new office than pay for a moving company to uninstall everything and move it over.
Oh my God.
So literally the last week that they're in that office, they're like free for all. Every employee, whatever, like take everything we needed all out of the building. We got a TV that was in one of the like pilot screening offices, like a massive TV for free. And then all their office decorations, like seasonal decorations, they're not going to take it over. So I got like life-size skeletons. I got everything. I'm like,
wow.
This year I'm going to start decorating in September because I want to get most use out of it. So I'm going to have a 2-month Halloween decor.
I have had a
Nice.
very similar situation. Remember when I said I had lost a job that started the stream? Allegedly, I'm going to say for all of this, allegedly everybody lost their jobs at once because allegedly the parent company went under and allegedly everything would be owned by the bank. So we were all like, allegedly, does the bank know what they have? And we were like, allegedly, no. So we all had one big party allegedly that night, where eventually we were all just like, yo, I kind of want a gaming chair. And they're like, take a gaming chair. And it's like, I want to start streaming. They're like, you need a computer. And it wasn't like a smash and grab per se, allegedly, but it was very much that. And so I ended up with a bunch of Atari games, allegedly. A lot of cool stuff. Robbery is cool.
Allegedly.
A lot of cool alleged stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Stealing
This
is
chair
cool,
was
kid.
from the hall too.
Oh, wow.
What's that?
This chair was from the CBS hall
Oh,
too.
nice. I've since
Allegedly.
upgraded.
Allegedly.
It's fun.
I'm
It's
sorry,
fun
I
to do
finished
bad
signing
things.
and everything, so now I'm just on here. Was there a set of questions we were supposed to answer or anything, or is it just?
No, I think it was a free for all.
I think we're just shooting the breeze about how cool it is firing some emblems. You know,
True. Always cook your emblems at 350 degrees.
that's true.
Yeah.
Use an emblem thermometer to make sure it's not
Yeah,
pink in the middle.
absolutely.
Fire, not roasted.
450 is too much.
I feel like there's probably been questions in chat, but I don't think most of us are really paying attention to it.
A lot of people are
I
just
kind of am,
typing
and I think Alejandro
allegedly.
might be too, just because we're not signing anything. But
Oh,
Where are you
I
seeing the
like
chat?
randomly browse on
it's on
Damien's
Damien's
Twitch.
Twitch.
A lot of people were talking about allegedly. A lot of people were shocked that I said the word Yowie fingers, which came from a
Yeah,
sketch.
they
that
seem to
we
just be
were-
having fun, like listening
Yeah.
to whatever
Yeah.
we're talking about anyway. So
How long
not
till
a
you
big
flip
deal.
them?
Yeah, they're
I'm
vibing.
assuming the
They're
house.
just vibing.
Let's see.
I like that chat second vibe.
Thank you. It's a very nice community that I'm very proud of Pelfa Crud is asking, is owning a house worth it? Jeannie?
You know, I keep on telling myself that it will be worth it one day.
Okay.
It's hard to feel like it now when it's just a lot of unexpected charges. I'm sure one day it'll be nice, but I'm grateful at least just to have a place, because I didn't think it'd be possible. And actually, you guys know Chris Faea?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's the reason I have a house.
Oh,
He
no way.
literally- Yeah, because when I was getting married, I was telling him like, oh, we're apartment shopping and we're trying to find like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it's just so expensive. And he asked me questions. He's like, how much are you wanting to spend a month? What are you looking for? And he hooked me up with his, it's like the whole system. It's like the mortgage company or the loan company works with a realtor who works with all the other stuff. So it's like a one-stop shop. And he told
Wow.
me they had worked with him, and you know, he's actor director, so he has that kind of contract income like we have. So they were used to it. And he's like, they're very understanding of like actors that don't have a set, you know, where you can't show every month I'll be getting this much. So they worked with me, and yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
He was
No, I
literally
have to
the
hit up.
only reason I was able to, like, he set me up.
Yeah, I would say, I mean, not that I own a house, but I think a lot of people, when I've talked to them about it, kind of made the good point that, like, you know, yes, it's expensive to own a house, but at least that money is going somewhere when you're paying a mortgage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like you're
Mhm.
paying to own, as opposed to you just giving, you know, upwards of $1,500,
Mhm. If not
especially if
more,
you're living
yeah.
alone, because that's how much like even one bedrooms cost out here.
Is
It's
there a
crazy.
$1,500 rent somewhere that no one has told me about? Because I would
You
love that.
live in
You
a
don't
very
want it.
expensive area,
Yes,
Christian.
and that's my
so
fault, and I
you-
appreciate
Yeah.
this, but I am
That is your own
moving.
fault.
Did you find a place, buddy?
Your own fault.
Yeah, dox yourself. Where are you
There
living?
cheaper areas.
Yeah, Christian, I can't believe that you live right next to that.
Exactly, right?
Neither can I. And look, it's very convenient for me
I'm
because I
sure,
can't take care of myself.
Why would they name a
About there
restaurant
being
that? Sorry.
cheaper rent.
You know, sometimes it's yeah. But we talked about it, Christian. Yeah, you pay so much.
Too much. It's why
Your
I'm
place is
literally
nice,
moving. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen since you moved in the same
Moved.
vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you've moved.
Oh no, I've only moved, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to move, but I only moved.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but no, right now 1,500. It's like, I mean, you get a studio.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
for 1,500.
Oh.
Like even depending on the area, like 1-bedrooms are like upwards of 25.
You could
Which
get
is
get a studio for 1,000 in a really crappy area.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
If
will
I only
say
have to share it with the rats and,
Yeah.
a
yeah.
couple, it's not a crack house, it's a
Yeah.
crack apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend, she used to live back in like 2017. She used to live in a studio apartment that was actually the size of like my old 1-bedroom. And she was
Ooh.
paying like 1,300 at the time.
It's
It
wild.
was like,
I paid
Yeah.
$1,300 at my last place, not including any like utilities or anything.
yeah, like I mean, it is possible. It's just, I mean, not now. Now it's like
That's crazy.
You know what's always really
Yeah.
fun to make yourself a little sad is if you're not from LA and
Go
you're
on
from
Zillow.
somewhere else, just start looking up where you grew up and property rates, because like when I think about what I spend per month for my place, I look at Georgia where I'm from and I'm like, oh, I could actually have a mansion, like someplace with "at" in the name, where they're like Willowbrook at the Estates, you know what I mean, like those kind of places. I'm like, I want an "at" in the name.
No, my parents bought a place like a year before I bought my townhouse, and they have like 5 bedrooms and like an
Wow.
attic and a downstairs and a
God
big
damn.
yard and like a garage and everything, like a private garage.
Yeah.
And they paid almost half of what I paid for my 2-bedroom
wow.
townhouse
Yeah.
Oh God, California.
in
why?
Illinois.
I will say, like, I'm from Miami, and the prices over there have spiked
yeah.
up like crazy because of the
Yeah.
pandemic. Because everybody from California was like, I'm gonna move to either Texas or Miami.
Yeah, to East
And it seemed like
California.
a lot of them.
Miami.
Yeah, and it seemed like everybody did more Miami than Texas, but like, I mean, the prices over there have gotten almost as bad as LA for like buying places, which is really bad. But if I ever want to hurt myself, I always look at Texas prices or literally nowhere places. Because in Texas, the prices have gone up. But it's like, oh man, this 2,700 square foot house with like 5 bedrooms is $1 million. What's $1 million over here? Oh, a 3-bedroom.
That's like a normal
with like 1,000 square feet.
3-bedroom, 1 bath.
It's unsustainable is what it is. My sister's currently looking for homes, and she's still back in Georgia. And like, I'm not gonna like, you know, give out her personal information, but she's like, it turns out after my mortgage, it's gonna be like this much a month, and I'm like, man. And it is less than anything we've discussed for any studio apartment here at all.
Yep.
And it's going to be a cute little, nice little home with a yard and everything in a fine area. And I'm very happy for her and very proud of her, but I'm just like, oh, it's so different. It's so different.
It's so good because that's all I want is like a little like. Do you know those little like Hobbit homes on what is that street?
Hollywood Way.
Hollywood Way, yeah.
Yeah.
Those little Hobbit homes are so cute. I would just love something like that, but I bet those are $1 million.
Let's find out.
No.
Is this where we start our YouTuber series, Voice Actor House, and we all just sort of pool our resources to make the coolest?
Do the YouTuber, but with less money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
The
house
YouTuber
tour.
mansions,
This is
but-
the room.
Yo, this is the voice actor mansion. Welcome. So as you can see, we got 3 bedrooms.
One for each viewer we've got going right now. Oh, I wish we were influencer kids.
Yeah, you
rent
can't subscribe
is
yet, but you
exuberant.
can when we hit affiliates.
We pay upwards of $6,000 per person a month.
Yeah. Checking out the car, Honda Civic. 2008, best year for Civics. Everyone
we
knows
all
this.
share the same car.
Oh, dude, my car is like, you know what? I just want to get to the point where I don't have to worry about car noises. That's all I want in my life. Like, I was driving the other day and I heard like a rack-a-tuck-tuck-tuck right as I got on the freeway, and I was like, that's going to be a problem for future Damien. And I'm like, I just don't want to worry about that. That's the level of financial comfort I want.
The answer is buy a Tesla.
That is true.
Is
I've
it?
been wanting to, but God.
But the diamond
Elon Musk
mines from
aside.
from Devilman.
It's not even that. It's Elon Musk. Yeah, whatever. It's more about it's like Tesla, or continue saving for the future house I'll never have.
I was getting a car, and then so many people were like, "Get a Tesla," and I'm like, "Oh, hon, to think that I can afford that, that's so."
There's cheaper ones though. There's more affordable ones.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, the car market is like crazy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
should
Got
have
jacked
is
up,
just
like-
before the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was the smartest thing to do. Now, if you so here's the thing: it's probably better if you just buy one that's like available already. Because if you like order one that's just delivered to your house, you're gonna have to wait till like April of next
Yeah.
year,
It's
and it's
something
gonna
with, like,
be
the
like
chips or
triple the
something.
price.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it? Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I was trying to get one, but now with work, I mean, we went down to one car actually. Because most of my work, like they're like, "Oh, if you can record from home, record from home." So I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will.
There are other electric cars too, as people are pointing
Very
out.
true.
Obviously.
Yeah,
I just
there
only
are-
know Tesla, unfortunately.
And by
just
like 2
'cause
years from
that's
now, they'll
just
be
in
very
my
common.
face all
Well,
the time.
they've started doing that. Like it's like Nissan and like a bunch of other car companies are now making like their
Well, did you
versions of a Tesla.
Did you see? I saw. I think they're probably preparing for this. I saw this article where I guess California is like trying to like
Banning it.
completely get rid of gas emission cars.
Yeah.
By
Really?
2035,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
It's like a long-term
Whoa.
plan, but
great
like,
because it's so smoggy. Like
Well,
in
sure.
LA.
That's fine by me.
But I'm
As long
sure
as
that
they have
doesn't account for
superchargers
like
everywhere.
hybrids where it's like half gas. Half.
sure. And even electric cars will still need gasoline. Like you have that space in the back where it like converts it to electric. So like there will always be a need for it. But like California was built based off of the auto industry. Like it's a reason we don't have any public transit. The auto industry like put the kibosh on any public transit that was tried to be made because they were like, no, everyone needs to buy a car and needs to drive everywhere. Like it's this messed up history. So like anything we can do to get past that, I'm like, yes. Like, yeah.
You'll love to see it.
This is so funny. I'm like, oh right, this is a Fire Emblem stream. We were just talking about adult.
Talking about the most random adult
stuff.
stuff. Hey, there's war. That's adult. Therefore, cars.
This is still a unique experience for everyone watching.
The Victor Merchant family does well, but we're not doing that well. In Leicester, the price of a 1-bedroom is insane. In Deirdre? Are you kidding me?
Yo.
It's a poor town. Everything has a
Bernie
view.
Why do you think everyone lives in the abyss?
Studio.
Yeah.
The
It's-
studio
living in the
apartment's just a
abyss
big room
because-
anyway, right?
Yeah.
I found a good spot in Bridget, but the commute is insane.
It's insane. And you have to hunt for your own food, which is, it's cool, but like after a while.
Yeah.
Oops.
Not everyone's made for that.
I just found one of those raggedy fucking shacks, which is a 2-bedroom, and it's like $730,000. It looks also burned down too.
I hate it.
By the way, near Hollywood Way.
Oh, okay.
Watch your mouth, Alejandro. This is a Christian stream.
Yeah.
Also, because Christian
Our
is here.
Yeah,
Our
absolutely.
baby boy has virgin ears.
It's true. I'm very innocent.
I'm very. You know you're fucking not.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You just doubled down.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It is a Damien stream. Evil Ben is right.
Oh, that's fine. I keep it PG-13 just because we have a lot of people that are like, I'm here watching with my 4-year-old. I'm like, okay, and but you know, I'm also
good
a grown-ass man,
influence.
and I have the button, and so you know, I use that at will.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, 4-year-old.
Well,
Agreed.
I'm selfishly happy that we're talking about adult car stuff because I don't have any actor friends that I talk to about all that. I'm like, yeah, Fire Emblem. So tell me, what do you guys do?
We just got rid of our second car because it was a hybrid and Lucian let it die in our garage during the pandemic. So
Oh.
it was just useless. And I don't drive. So
Sure.
we got rid of it
Nice.
finally. So
Did
so
you
much
sell
space in our garage now, and it's great.
To get
I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but it's great.
Take up a craft. Do
Yeah.
you know what? Make leather armor because we're going to be
I should,
needing
yeah.
that for
Or-
when
That's an
the
obscure hobby.
whatever
A
the next
shrine.
apocalypse
A
is.
shrine?
A shrine.
A shrine.
To whatever.
Yeah.
Start a cult.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start sacrificing goats down there.
Yeah.
This stream is
Exactly.
sponsored by Cult of the Lamb.
Dude, Cult of the Lamb
Now
is
available.
dope. I'm sorry. We were just playing that on stream before this. I was like, I'm gonna play Fire Emblem before the stream to get it, you know, to get everybody all fired up.
Instead,
And
you
then,
chose a cult.
well, no, it's because I looked at all the parts of my Switch across the room, and I looked at how much time I had left before the stream. I was like, Cult of the Lamb it is. And so,
Well, Cult of the
Yeah,
Lamb
you
is
set
so
up.
good.
really,
I need to
haven't played it
continue
yet.
my playthrough.
It's so fun.
I have to
I-
play that. I have to play Stray.
Yeah.
Stray is a
Stray.
delight.
I actually played that one. Well,
Yeah?
I watched it.
Hey, watching games is also very valid. I watch Lucian play games a lot.
yeah,
I
for
just
sure.
watched him play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which was like
Ooh.
180 hours of just
You
sheer
Whoa.
watched 130 hours.
Dang.
Wow.
It's crazy. Well, that's like he's doing all the side quests and stuff
Yeah.
too. So if you just play the base game, I'm sure it's maybe half
Sure.
that. But
I couldn't get. So I know that Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 are all separate. I heard
Yeah.
that 3 is like connected. The only Xenoblade I've ever played is Xenoblade Chronicles X, and
Yeah.
I didn't like it because it was pure false advertisement for
Don't-
me.
Weird. It was a
don't
weird
judge
game. It was good.
your opinion on the series based off that one.
Right, that's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. It was pure false advertisement. It's like play with your friends, get a like essentially a Gundam mech, and I was like, wow, that looks cool. I had to buy an extra SD card because the file of the CD was so big at
What?
the time for the Wii U, because it was on the Wii U,
Oh,
and that
no
thing
way.
had no memory. And then when I played it. I was like, I played the game for 5 hours, and I'm like, so when can I play with my friends? And they're like, ooh, you can't play with your friends until like 20 hours into the game. And I'm like, what?
Nah,
What
that's a
about
bummer.
the
just what
mech?
Genshin does too, though?
No.
I wouldn't say.
Also, the game is single player. It tells you off the bat there's co-op. But yeah,
If anyone
all,
from
that was the
Genshin is
best
watching,
pronunciation
I
of
love
co-op
the way
I've
the
ever
game is
heard.
paced. I love all the characters and all their voices. And I think you should have more characters with more voices.
look, the one that pissed me off was the mech. The mech was like, oh yeah, that'll take you like 50 hours. I'm like, 50?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, you get to see people in mechs. They're around.
Also, random things to show off the Fire Emblem folks. My tattoo is healed. I got Shez's sword.
Yeah.
I feel special because I got DM'd that picture.
Wait, for real? Oh yeah, no, because I sent it to you.
To see it on Twitter,
I was like, someone just sent you that, and I'm like, oh, I sent you that.
Wait, whoa, that would be wild. It's like, yeah, I got DM that picture.
I just was in the tattoo parlor and you didn't know. I was the tattoo artist, actually.
I think that's better than the idea I had. I thought someone had broken into Damien's house, took a picture of it, sent it to you.
It was me.
Dog, not the first time.
I am someone.
No, I definitely I sent it to you first of all to just be like, hi, I think you'll appreciate this, but then also I didn't want to get the purple because I don't wear a lot of purple. I wear a lot of black, white, and red, but then a lot of people were like, that looks like blood. I'm like, it does look like blood, and I don't want Fire Emblem is not a bloody game, so I needed a lot of opinions and validation before.
I think I was just like, that looks awesome.
Thank you.
Just wow.
I appreciate you. I think I also DM'd it to you too, right?
Yeah. I was like, it looks so cool.
Thank you. I appreciated that. Y'all have both been very validating and have been very nice and wonderful resources of information and just very friendly. And it is lovely to meet you, Jeannie and Alejandro and Christian. Thank you for also being a lovely friend. I say that like we're signing off. I've still got a lot of things to sign.
I'm like, oh, okay, bye.
No, but I'm just like,
I mean, people can leave whenever they
I'm just
feel
being
like,
wholesome.
I'm vibing.
Anyway.
I'm vibing like that.
Nah, I'm just chilling.
cool.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, we'll get to meet. Some of us will get to meet in person. Well, I've met Alejandro and Dawn, but I haven't met Damien. So, because I'll be at Anime Impulse.
Cool, me too.
Are you guys? I wish we weren't streaming. I have so many questions.
We can always start a group chat on Twitter or something if you have a question that is not public.
It's like an industry question.
Yeah, have
are
you guys
driving
paid
down
your
on
Roth
both
already?
days for that?
What's that?
Are you guys driving down both days for that?
I'm only going to be there on the 3rd because it's my mom's birthday the 4th. And I feel like even going to a convention, even if the worst happens and I get infected, I'm like, I'm not infectious for the first 24 hours probably. It's safe to see my mom the next day, and then I'll go quarantine. Right?
Makes sense.
I'm getting a hotel because why not?
The hotel's a good call. I did that for like the Anime Impulse in January this year because the one before the pandemic I did not, and that was a bad move.
Yeah, because I'm doing both days.
Oh, I think I'm only doing the one, so.
Same.
If I was doing both, I would have gotten a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Oh, hello there. Would you
Yeah,
like
they
to say
offered
hi?
both days because I'm in Genshin and Fire Emblem.
That's rad.
That's two things.
Wait, Erica, who are you in Genshin?
I'm Ayaka.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've been hanging out with
It's so funny because I feel like everybody knew that I was her for the longest time because she was a beta character. So she was in the game before the game was at her part. So I was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. It's not like she wasn't announced. She was around.
Of course.
But I just had to wait and wait and
you
wait.
You could be Scaramouche.
Wow. I'm
I'm
here.
Sorry.
Still dealing emotionally with that particular murder. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are y'all talking about Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
I also.
They do the fandango.
Thunderbolts of lightning.
Very, very,
very, very frightening.
Galileo.
Me.
Copernicus.
I heard a dog.
Yeah, that's a good. People
Yeah,
demand the
that's-
dog. Go get
that-
go.
He's licking my
Go
feet,
fetch
bro.
your dog.
If I disturb him
I'm getting
while
my
he's
cat.
licking my feet,
I'll be.
I was
back.
hoping my cats were gonna walk in. That's kind of why I have the doors sort of propped open, but they're not being a-holes today.
I do not trust them with paint pens and a green screen. I'm like, y'all are staying out of that door.
well, here's the boy,
Oh, the boy.
Gee.
the loudest corgi alive.
I don't know. My cat. I was trying to mute because she was meowing and wanting to play, but then on the my Instagram when I was doing the signing, they were like, "Is the cat saying hi?"
No, that gets you more people.
That's true.
Just keep
It's
the
so
animals
funny.
on.
Well, she was a COVID cat. And so, because I was just at home by myself, and they assured me she's very silent. You will never, because I was like, I work from home. Now that COVID, everything's recording from home, she needs to be quiet. And they're like, oh, yeah, she's totally, it's the loudest cat I've ever
Cats,
seen.
I think cats change like when they grow up and
Yep.
depending on the environment that they're in. Because
Okay,
my
bye,
cats
buddy.
like were so quiet and like I think when they grew up their personalities switched because the one that used to be quiet is now like loud as heck, and then the one that was like the brave one is now the absolute biggest
Same.
chicken, like the epitome of scaredy cat that I've ever seen in my life.
Absolute same. Had a
yeah.
complete reversal.
It's crazy. Cats are weird.
That's our weird.
The fluffy
But
little
I would
balls
not
of
have
weird.
survived anything in life without them. So.
Same. I thought I was allergic for most of my life, and then I had an ex-girlfriend where the first time I was ever over at her place, I was like, "Oh, you have a cat?" And she's like, "Yeah, is that a problem?" I'm like, "I'll probably be fine." And then that thing like tucked into my back and slept, and it was the first interaction I'd ever had with a cat, and I was like, I love this animal. And cut to like a week later with my face just like buried in his tummy. I'm like, I don't think I'm allergic. This is great. I think I was lied to. I love cats now. And
Heck yeah.
it was,
That's awesome.
Oh, it was great. What a cool little ambassador to have for cats.
Also, my dog wanted down. He wanted to lick my feet again.
Oh.
Yeah,
Respect.
that little freak.
We keep allergy medicine at our house actually, because there'll be some times where we forget to
sure.
tell somebody and they come over and they're like, oh my gosh, you have cats? And it's like, oh, we'll get the Benadryl.
Yeah.
I feel ya.
There's people that are
I do
stubborn.
that
I think Brandon McInnes is allergic to cats,
Mhm.
and he just like
Some people just deal with it. Like they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
even care. Like Christian.
They're
Alicia.
furry, and I want to pet them.
I
And
know,
I-
but they don't like you.
What?
My cats do not
No,
like you.
they hate me so much. They
buddy.
despise me,
Like,
like with a vengeance.
My cats do not hiss at anyone except for each other or me if
And
I like
Christian.
bother them too much, which is rare. But Christian, anytime he
so
would watch the
wild.
cats when we were out of town, Mochi just, I've never seen her hate
Oh,
someone
yeah.
so much.
Mochi.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Christian? You've got big cat energy. You like, you've got that big cat energy. Like you are the cat alpha when you walk in the room. I can see
Oh
it.
yes. I'm the alpha of many things. That's definitely a word that I associate with myself frequently.
That should be your business card. Tour de force, comma, alpha of many things.
Damien. I don't know if you knew this because I just figured this out.
Hmm.
Did you know you can rearrange the order which we're in
Is that right?
for the Zoom call?
Ow.
Drag it, right?
Yeah, you just grab and drag the camera.
Yeah.
around.
I moved Dawn to the top and now Alejandra's at the top because I want to be at the bottom. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
You want to be? Okay, well then there you go. Dawn and Erica
Oh,
have been
wait,
swapped.
what?
Whoa. I
From the
didn't-
top,
Wait,
make
I
it
gotta
drop.
refresh.
That's a
I didn't
swap.
either.
That's a swap.
Oh no, I got an ad. I can't see.
Want a break from the ads?
Hey, Spotify
Oh
listeners.
man, what is this though? I don't drink hard seltzer. Never mind.
Subscribe to twitch.tv/Damien Haas.
Oh shucks, thank you. Also, hi
Oh.
Twitch chat. I know I've been entirely ignoring you. I'm balancing a
Neglectful.
lot, and I've never done a signing before like this, which is wild.
That's fine.
Well, I've
I mean,
never-
it's like
I've
like
never
a
been
drawing
responsible
stream.
for a signing. I've done things before where people are like, "Here's the photos of your face, and here's a pen," and people are gonna walk by, and I'm like, "Oh, cool, thank you." But like,
It's also much different when you have people around as well.
Oh,
Like if you're just
sure.
by yourself, then it's like,
mm,
oh, thank you for the Twitch sub to Damien, so I don't have to deal with ads anymore.
that's
like I
funny.
said, want a break from the ads?
That's amazing.
Subscribe to twitch.tv/Damien Haas.
Thank you, LV Soul Friend, for doing that. LV Soul Friend, I did sign yours and hold it up to the camera. I hope you saw it
My God, they've given 297.
in the channel. Yeah, well, the thing is, people are really, not everybody here can subscribe, and people are like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
usually like some really generous major like gift sub droppers here, which is super nice. And I always make it very clear, like, you don't have to donate, you don't have to subscribe. This can be for free. Thank you for the support if you do it, and people have been very supportive, and it's been very, very nice, and I love this community. So
And then you hit them with the ads. You hit them with the 5-minute.
no, I turn off the ads. I turn off the
5-minute
ads. The subscription is literally like, do you want access to the Discord, but otherwise like just I'm not gonna give you too many incentives. Like, support me if you feel like it. Times is tough. Hold on to your money.
Yeah, I don't like pushing for things.
I feel
I
sticky.
know that's like some people's jam, but I'm like, well, you can sub if you want. You can buy an autograph if you want. It's like, well.
I'll never
So
judge it. I just don't want to feel like sticky.
Yeah, exactly.
The only
Exactly.
incentive I give people to sub is when they're like, "Oh, can you play Mortuary Assistant?" And I'm like, "I hate horror games."
They just got their 300 sub marker.
Let's go!
Hey, LV Soulfriend, thank you so much.
What does that mean? Somebody bought 300 subscriptions?
Over the course of
I
how
think
long
they-
they've been
Wow.
here.
And a sub is like $5, and that goes to whoever is streaming. So that's a way to support the person who's streaming.
Half goes to Twitch, half goes to me, and then half of my stuff goes to taxes. So it's still
So
very
it's
nice.
not hitting subscribe. They're not just hitting subscribe a bunch
Right,
of times.
it's not like
Right.
YouTube.
They're buying
It's a
it for other
different-
people.
It's different subscribe than YouTube.
Per month.
Um,
So it only lasts for a month. So you'd have to resubscribe each time.
Wow, you have to hit the resubscribe every month.
If you do it yourself,
You can
you can
auto-renew.
auto subscribe, or if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect it to your Twitch, and then your
Any
Prime
primers in
becomes
chat?
Prime subs. You connect it to your Twitch, and then you get one free sub per month. You can use on anybody, but you do have to manually re-up that one. And then when people are feeling generous, and someone's like, "I'm 15, don't have a job. I wish I had a subscription," someone will be like, "Here's a gift sub for you," and then that happens. And if sometimes people will drop like 10 at once, and we're like, "Whoa, thank you for this person for doing that. Let's read out all the names that just got gifted and applause." And
Yeah,
you know.
or sometimes people will
Wow.
be like, "I'm 15, I can't sub," and then they'll be like, "You snooze, you lose, loser."
Get a job, 15-year-old.
Yeah.
That's
Children during
But
the
this is
Industrial
only- you have to be
Revolution
an
did it.
affiliate to unlock this. So you have to
Yeah.
have streamed like based off their like stretch goals or whatever they
Yeah.
have for affiliate.
Mhm.
yeah.
The
Hey,
person
man, there's a
giving the
whole-
sub? Oh my god, I'm
No,
so lost.
you as the streamer, you have to have. I forget what the exact like markers are for it, but it's like you have to have at least like what 25 average viewers or so, 30 average. I don't know,
For
75.
affiliate, it's like 25, and then
is it
you
really?
need to have streamed for like I think 3 days consistently. But then if you like get a certain amount of viewers when you're an affiliate, like let's say you get like over 100 in your first stream, they'll be like, "Hey, you're eligible.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it."
Mhm.
Yeah, we figure you're fine.
It's like, all right, you're fine.
So
The
yeah, I
partner
mean,
has
basically
gotten
though,
a
you
little
can't
bit
just get
more-
like stream once for the
Yeah.
most part and then get affiliate and be able to get subs.
Yeah.
You have to kind of like
Yes.
show that you're kind of
It's-
into streaming, I guess.
It's very interesting because Twitch over the years has changed dramatically. Like most recently, they've updated their contracts because before, if you were a Twitch partner, they're like, you can only stream on Twitch. Don't even bother trying to stream on like Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever. Now they're like, you can stream wherever. We don't care. We have your
I
money.
used to do when I would do signings, I would do it on Twitch because it was as easy as Instagram Live. I just hit it
Sure.
and be like,
Yeah.
just chatting. And now I don't know what happened. There, it keeps on saying I can't
They have a lot of menus
stream
now.
and buttons, and Instagram Live is
interesting.
a lot easier.
For sure. For sure.
Bizarre. Also, I think someone named April ordered 3 separate prints. So April, if you're out there, or if there's just a lot of people named April, here's proof that all of them have been signed. Thank you. They're all to you.
There you go,
Put
April.
2 in the
Very
bathroom
shiny.
and 1 in the bed. Mm.
Yeah. And everyone's thinking about, it's like, maybe I should go over to YouTube because the percentage is better. But they
Yeah.
don't have gifted subs
Yeah.
yet. So, also their
equally,
UI isn't that great. If you think Twitch's is confusing, YouTube's is worse.
Hey, Miss Joe W. Speaking of which, dropping 5 gift subs. I'm sorry, I'm not able to keep track of this super well while we're doing the stream. And Mag Index dropping 10 all at once.
God damn.
Thank you
Let's go,
both
Majin.
very much. Let's get some generous mother geese in chat.
I don't want to suggest that we brought this in, but I mean, our checks can be in the mail whenever.
Yeah.
Then come.
Also,
Sure. Just go ahead and say your address, Christian. Go on.
Buy me a milk tea at Enemy Impulse.
I will gladly buy you a milk tea. Are you kidding me? Let's go get milk tea.
I am
Dude.
kidding.
to-
I got my own money. I'm an adult.
I
I'm
just
sorry,
wanna
you
say-
are. I don't know why I left.
So Damien, you said Mog Index, and you are right. But I know that viewer from my stream, and I've been saying Mog Index for years.
I've literally asked them. I'm like, is it Mage Index, Mag Index, Mog Index? Thank you, Big Papa Smurf, for the gift subs, as well as Noah Cola. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. So, which is it then, Alejandro?
Yeah, I don't know. that's what I'm saying. If it's been Mog Index for years, man, that's unfortunate because I'm not going to change it.
Oh, they're laughing
It's
at
not
us
gonna be
now.
Mog Index.
Mag Index, you have all the power in the world. Can you phonetically type out your name, please, in chat?
Yeah.
And also,
I love
yeah,
that you defaulted to the Dragon Ball Z option.
Absolutely.
Though.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Majin Dex,
Absolutely.
big M on the forehead, and then
I'll shorten it. I'll be like, Majin, thanks for stopping by.
What if it's Magi Index? Magi.
oh my
Magi
god.
Index.
Oh yeah, you're raising 2 stats for your D&D character, Maj and Dex.
And Dex. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like
Thank
a
you,
Pokedex
Noah
with all the
Cola.
gin
Thank you,
they've
Big
had.
Papa
It's
Smurf.
Majindex.
Majin.
Index.
Thank you for the gifted sub to D's Nuts.
Caffeinated for your protection has just dropped 25 flipping gift subs.
God
Thank you
damn.
so much. I obviously can't read out the individual names because I don't have the other thing open. It's not that kind of stream, but thank you for the support. That is bonkers nice. And Tom Bidand has gifted a tier 1 sub to Count of La Monte Cristo, our very own Christian Lamont, if you want to follow
With
Christian.
those beautiful emotes.
Yeah.
I did see a question somebody asked a while ago that I feel is probably pretty relevant. Someone was asking, like, I mean, sometimes it's hard to get into this question, I feel like, but someone was asking, like, advice for actors.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't need to answer that one.
And really quickly, before we move on, Maj Index just confirmed that it is based on D&D, and that Erica said it correctly. And Demo Nacho, thank you for the 6 gift subs.
I'm never right.
Love it.
That's a great question. I mean, I'm down for us to talk about our origin stories
So funny.
for voice
That's
acting.
really good. Fuck. I mean,
Well, it wasn't
fun.
like an origin story. It was just like, what advice do you have for people? I mean,
got
my
it.
advice is always like, for me, it's honestly just never stop learning. Like, even
True.
a lot of people will be like, oh my God, Erica, like, you've been in so much like great stuff. And like, I aspire to like be that and like be all these weeds and things. And I'm like, and they're like, oh, you must be really well off. And it's like, well, no, I have my struggles just like anyone else does, even more sometimes I feel like, because I just don't
Mhm.
understand things of the way that other people would understand things. And I have, everyone has different ways of learning and what they gel with better than other people. So for me, it's like just that constant wanting to like learn how to better myself with those things that I'm more flawed on. So
I love that.
I like going to things like this, and at panels, at cons and stuff like that, because I get to hear other people's stories. And being a director now, I think, has helped immensely, because you get to like see people in action doing things. And for my own selfish purposes, I'm always like, oh man, that person messed up the same way I do. Like, that's like
Yeah.
the most comforting feeling sometimes. So, and then like seeing it from the outside too, I think is really helpful, because then you kind of like, oh, okay, well, maybe if I did it like this, or like you see how they fix it, that I think helps me eventually. So you're just constantly learning, like not even just from teachers, but just from watching your peers.
Yeah.
I love that.
Just keep an open mind and just keep learning. That's my biggest advice, I'd say.
This one is like very specific, and it's like whatever.
Go for it.
But I recommend folks to, if whether you want to get in cartoons, commercials, like video games, whatever, watch what's current. Just because, so then you get a feel for the style. Because like over the years, like things have changed in acting and how things are, done. So it's just like, because when I was looking into getting cartoons, like it's like, okay, well, what's currently airing? And it's always nice to pick it up, because like if you're watching, the example I always go to is like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
If you go from that and then compare that to like a show like Johnny Bravo or like Ed, Ed and Eddie,
Right.
like the styles are so different because it's been so long. And like, I mean, even if you compare like the original Thundercats to like Batman the Animated Series, like even the styles then are different. So it's just, I would say like keep up to date with just how the styles of things are. Just to like in whatever you want to get into. like doesn't just have to be cartoons, but like video games and anime and commercial.
I love that. I got a couple thoughts. One is auditioning. I had a hard time learning right off the bat whether I should go for like a big, voice choice or stick with my own natural voice. The strongest asset you have is your own natural voice, because it's the only thing that you can do that someone else could put on, but you can do it naturally. So I always say, let yourself have fun with a take that is more natural to you, and then something completely out of left field that maybe they wouldn't expect, so they can see your range as best as possible. When you do book things, I'd say get past the imposter syndrome as fast as possible, because I've been doing this for, oh my God, almost 12, 13 years now. And every time I book a job, mentally, I'm like, oh, they've made a mistake. They didn't realize that, oops, I'm not supposed to be here. And like, how long are you supposed to work before you realize like you can do the thing? Like, they booked you for a reason. My mindset is still like, and every job I'm like, oh, I'm going to be replaced. Like, they're not bringing me back for session 2, but like, get it out of here. Get it out of here. Just, you're there for a reason. So trust yourself. So Derek says, oh my God, Sai is here?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What are the odds?
Odysseus Q gifting a sub to Sai U VTuber. Wow. Well, wherever they may be.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe it.
Is that
Yeah, I would say when studying media, like try and study all sorts of different performances. Just like build your repertoire. Like, don't just watch cartoons. Don't just like listen to video game performances. Listen to acting performances of all kinds, and then I think it'll help keep you more well-rounded. And then also don't overwork auditions.
Yeah.
Don't overthink them. Don't overwork them. We all do it. We've all been guilty of it at some point, one point or another. But yeah, do not overwork them. I remember I learned from Patrick Seitz. He was like, yeah, after the second take, stop. Just stop. Just send it off. Do not think about it. Just let it go. Yeah. And I've been trying to do that more, because if you keep overworking it, you think like, no, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. But you don't know the casting director. You don't know what they're thinking.
Yep.
So it becomes less organic.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're trying to make something that you don't even know. And like at that point, you don't even know what your want, like what you want.
Exactly. You've lost your want, and you've put all your focus into, well, what do I think the director wants, which you will never know. So yeah, don't overthink it, and don't let imposter syndrome take over your auditions.
Hard though. Very hard.
And you gotta edit 20 minutes of footage.
But you gotta like just push it aside for a little bit at least. Yeah, I mean, because in the end, everyone just wants you to succeed. Yeah. So you just have to remember, if whether you book the job or not, like if you can be happy with what you've done and you feel like you're growing, I think that's a win in itself. So, and then if you do book the job, like I said, everyone wants you to succeed. So, obviously they're not going to set you up to fail. So you just kind of have to like remember that they want you to be there if they picked you. And it's hard to say don't be nervous anymore, but
Stop being nervous. Stop it. Stop immediately.
Well, like, a fun way to think about it is like, the best thing that can happen to any casting director at any point is they listen to your tape and go, oh my God, finally we found the person. My job is done. I'm so stoked that they are here. So in that way, everybody is on your side. Their favorite thing to happen would be to listen to your tape and for you to be perfect. So it's
true.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We want it to be good.
What?
I know. Shocking. And sometimes we have to deal with Alejandro, but like we want it to be good.
I don't want to hear it from you, Christian. I can out you right now. I can out you right now.
Oh my God. I also think like, don't worry so much if you don't feel like you're a good fit for the character you're trying out for. Because you never know, like the casting director could be like, okay, well, they're not right for this, but they might be right for this other thing that's coming down later down the line. Or like, and I've had this happen, a casting director be like, oh, no, you're not right for this. But then a year later, they're like, oh, this person's audition might be great for this character a year later. So just, you know, do your best and try as much as you can not to put so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
I say all this as advice I need to follow. So yeah.
No, exactly. It's so much.
Oh yeah.
It's so easy to dish it out, but then sometimes you're like, these are the problems I have, so I'm just going to tell you to not do the things I do.
But that's how you know it's from the heart.
Exactly.
Learn from me.
Be better.
Learn from my mistakes.
If other people don't have advice, I did see somebody say something that I thought was pretty interesting to bring up as a topic. Anybody else have advice? We good?
I will say that like the one thing that I like to see most when I'm in the director's chair is like acting will get you a lot more necessarily than voice will. And yes, it's voice acting. That is the big thing. And a lot of it is going to be based on like, cool, big beefy character, big beefy voice. Great, let's go. But like the ones who can act and like, you know, have tried different things and have come at it from different angles and tried theater maybe and film and like done it in all of these things and like studied acting, not necessarily, you don't have to go to Juilliard, but like looked at it as a craft, will absolutely come in and find things that will surprise everybody. And sometimes those are the things that really are going to spark a project or spark even just a scene from being like, okay, this is good. The characters are talking to like, they're talking to each other. You know, these are now characters having this moment and experiencing it versus two voice actors that are reading the lines and sound kind of like what those pictures look like. So, you know, hey, I do a great Yuri voice. We have Yuri. We want you and we want to see the acting that you can do.
Sure. Last thing I'll say is don't forget about physicality when acting, especially when you're first starting out. Like there's this tendency to like hunch up on the mic and you can't move or whatever, but that's not how you live. That's not how you speak. So don't wear jangly clothing or jewelry.
Speak
but
for yourself, Damien. I am a plank, okay?
I'm an anxious being and I am also built inward because of that. But like, you know, when it comes to acting, like pick a posture that helps you. Like I had to play this villain role the other day, and for whatever reason, like I did Lawrence hand. You know, like Lawrence always has floating hand when he's in Fire Emblem. I did Lawrence hand, and everything I said was I did this, and I did this as I spoke, and it just helped me. It helped me to have that physicality and not be so just like stuck up on the mic, and it can really help.
Yeah, that's super true. I voiced Megumin in Konosuba, and I usually am pretty like. I am pretty still because I'm always afraid of like knocking into things because I'm a very clumsy person. So, but Alex Pandeva, the director, was like, well, what if when you're doing her spells, you like do this like incantation-y hand thing? So I do that every time I'm doing her like weird like Chunibyo attitude that she has a lot of the time when she's on screen. So, and that like, it really does bring more to the character, I feel like. So, but I just get so scared of moving, so I don't unless someone tells me to.
I when recording for Fire Emblem, it was so fun. I had played all of Three Houses already at least once, and when I was recording for Yuri, I remember I from time to time would do like the pose, I would imagine, because they all have like the, you know, the talking, and it's like like they're like this or whatever, and then. But that's what I would do from time to time, or I would cross my arms kind of thing. But yeah, I'm always terrified to move too much because then you'll be like, oh, yeah, but I just move, hit the mic, hit the pop filter. Yeah.
And all things balance.
Yeah. I could do it with this one because this one's mine and literally just for streaming. And when an engineer sees me just like, oh, yeah, this is, they hate that.
I did a sponsored VR stream for Altair Breaker the other day, and Xanthe is the main voice of the narrator in that. So I was just like, oh, cool. And so, but it was VR, and so I couldn't see things, and I beat the hell out of my mic. And I kept moving, and I was like, maybe if I'm up here, I can start. But no, because I'm swinging my blade and doing a special attack, and there was no hope. It was just such a shame. Erica, you had something you wanted to say a spicy minute ago. I'm sorry. You said.
I mean, if everyone is done with their, I don't know if Jeannie had anything to say or if.
Everybody's journey is different, and it is good to have like role models and see like what's the word? Like take stock, like to see how other people conduct themselves in the booth and all that other stuff. But if your process is different, your journey is different, that's okay. We all come from, I think we all have really interesting stories of how we got into it, and they're all vastly different. Yeah, it's good to compare if it's like a challenge, like, ooh, goals, or if it's like, oh, I don't know how to do this thing, how did somebody else do it, for like inspiration or advice. But also comparison can be the killer of actors, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So
Yeah.
seeing that, like having the wisdom to decide when to look around and when to be like, okay, I'm looking around and my journey looks very different, but that's okay. And then be okay to be different and forge your own path.
Yeah.
I actually have a question for y'all, if I may. I am often asked on my Twitch chats or just in social media in general, like, how do I specifically get started in voice acting? And like you said just now, Jeannie, all of our paths are very different. My path is something that I will gladly talk about, but it is not replicatable whatsoever. So do any of y'all have general advice for, like, here is how one would generally start trying to look for acting in their area? Or is there a set way now? Like, I used to tell people, like, try voices 1, 2, 3 and get in a class. Like, I don't know what to say. So do y'all have any sort of go-tos?
I don't know
It's
about
changed so
go-tos, because
much.
it is very
Yeah.
different for
Yes.
everyone.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
Because even
now,
like,
I
you
can
could
only
tell
speak
people
to like what I did
Mm.
getting into it.
Yeah, you could tell people to take classes and, like, maybe get discovered there, but a lot of people don't, so you're just taking class after class, and things just don't click for some reason. And you could be a great actor and things just still don't click. So and then, like, I don't know, maybe you get discovered off of, if you do YouTube or something, you just get discovered off YouTube, and like that's your journey. And it's so hard to say because there's just so many outlets now for people. Yeah. So
and it even changed from like a year or two ago, because like a year or two ago everything was remote. It literally didn't matter where you were. Like, I mean, it's not that remote is gone, but it's definitely a lot more limited than it was a year ago. Because like a year ago, they're like, oh, you're remote, doesn't matter. You got good equipment, fantastic. All right, you're in. Like, but now it's like, if you're remote, okay, yeah, that's fine. What mic you got? Are you willing to come in though? So,
Sure you can't come in.
Yeah, like it's like a back and forth. So I don't know.
For me, I only have ever gotten work through an agent. So it was taking classes and then getting a hot, what it was, a warm referral. I'm like a hot hand referral, a warm referral to some agents, and then sending out my stuff and, having the demo done first, all that stuff. But then, there are people that like come at it all different ways. Yeah.
But for you, starting with
that, like, I didn't have an agent until 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was working a lot just based off stuff that the connections I would make through people, through classes, through referrals from friends that I knew really well. And I managed to do fine off that. Like, it wasn't, it was a lot of just anime and like JRPG stuff. But now that I have an agent, obviously I'm able to get like bigger opportunities and stuff like that. But yeah, I just did not have one for the longest time because I was just very heavily stricken with imposter syndrome, I guess, and wasn't sure I could do it until I finally did it. And, and then I kick myself for not doing it sooner.
Fair.
I feel that. So I appreciate that. Thank you, because that gives me a much better scope of things of how I can tell people. So Jeannie, for you specifically, taking classes was an avenue to make connections enough to at least get in the door with an agency. Okay. That's, I think, extremely helpful.
I've only ever done stuff through an agent. So whereas like Erica, you said it was all through connection. Like, that's terrifying to me because I'm like, I'm an introvert. I don't talk to people. How do you talk to somebody to at least
No, it is. It absolutely is. And I'm the kind of person, like, again, I'm also an introvert, as I think most people in here know. And I don't talk to people very often. So I'm not the kind of person that, I was just talking about this with somebody yesterday, actually. I don't think I've ever really cold called or like, or anything like that. I just kind of like let the universe do its thing. And I've been very fortunate, but not everyone's fortunate like that. Like there's no right way to be like, oh, you should do this and you'll get the auditions. And it's like, no, that doesn't always work. Like I've heard people that get referrals from big actors into studios, and the studio will just be like, that's cool, and then not even contact that person. So you can't even like rely on really that.
I had a friend refer me to Cup of Tea like 3 years before I ever got in with them, and they were like, oh, we were referred to you? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So
yeah, you just never, it's kind of like, I don't know, for me, a lot of it had been right place, right time. So, but you know, it doesn't work out that way for everybody.
Sometimes you just need the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Of like things.
I'm like,
you just want to be ready when that storm comes.
Oh yeah, you have to be ready. Absolutely.
The timing being ready, like, yeah.
I'm in this.
Like, I mean, for some people it'll be like that. For some people it'll take longer. So.
Or you'll get like a lead role and it'll be like, oh yeah, everything's gonna be great, and then it's like nothing. You hear nothing for months, and that happens to people.
Yeah.
You can't predict it.
That was my world in COVID. I had booked a lead in a video game, and I was like flown to Northern California, was there for like most of a year working on this thing. And I was like, this is going to be the ticket. This is like what's going to put my name on the map. And then the entire project got scrapped.
Oh no.
All the vocab, all the voice recordings,
I'm so sorry.
Completely canned. And you just have to be like, well, that wasn't the thing.
Yeah.
Another thing will be the thing.
You just have to take the punch and then go on to the next one.
I recorded a game for years, and I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, here we go. Here's my guy. And all of a sudden the voice was like, we got to get up to them mountains up there. I'm like, hey, that's not me. Oh, damn it. Like, it's, you know, that vibe. Speaking of cold calls, do you ever find it appropriate? I've done a lot of animation, a lot of video games, stuff like that. I've never done anime, and I kind of want to. And I have a friend who works at a studio that I like know pretty well. Is it appropriate ever to just email and be like, I'll come in and do a background voice just to like get my foot in the door? Or is that like a kind of?
I wouldn't do it exactly in that manner.
Yeah,
I would maybe just be like, hey, I'm, so-and-so. I'm interested in, spreading out my horizons to anime work. Here is my demo.
Yeah, send in the demo.
Good
or
call.
take a class if you see somebody from that studio.
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Thank you.
I don't do this, so I don't know.
That's the better way to do it.
That's the weird thing, because I've known this person for like 10 years, and I like know him personally, but I've just never been like, hey, also.
Well, yeah, because you want to come off as like a mooch or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guess after 10 years of knowing someone. What's that?
You never know who's checking that email. Oh, so sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. I was going to say, like, I usually ask if, like, hey, are you accepting demos and resumes at this time? If you're not, no worries. Like,
that's a great point. Thank you.
Just so it gives them an out,
Yeah.
And usually they're pretty chill. They're like, yeah, sure, we're accepting stuff right now. Send your stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's always a hard call though, because it's like, they get so many emails usually, studios like that. And sometimes I think I've heard people just like sending their demos and then not hearing anything forever. And then all of a sudden they get an audition, because it's like eventually they do check it maybe. Like, I don't know. It's also, again, it's like a right place, right time kind of thing. Like maybe
totally.
Sent an email right when they were looking and they don't answer you, but they're like, oh, here's an audition. So,
and if you have an agent, they could be the bad guy.
Yeah,
that's a great point, because I do have an agent.
That's another thing. You can, if your agent works with people.
I appreciate that.
Actually,
Thank you.
maybe ask me that question, Damien, since we're with the same agent.
Also, the real key is.
I'll DM you.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Taking risks is great if you're cold calling people, all that. It happens whether it's appropriate or not. It's always a toss up. But for the love of God, if you are cool and you are nice and you seem like a genuine person, that will make sure you don't burn that bridge. Even if they don't take cold calls, they're not
totally.
Their thing. If you are cool and I've always said, that good and nice is way better than amazing and asshole. I would
Sure.
so much rather have someone who is cool and that I can work to whatever the level of acting or performance we need than someone who is a savant that sucks. God.
Yeah.
Much appreciated with the advice. Thank you. Because it's been like a mental like battle for me where I'm like, well, I literally know this dude and we've been friendly for like over a decade. So I'm just like, I still should probably do it through agency as opposed to just like Instagram friend DM, be like, hey, hi.
Yeah, I totally get that. I'm kind of like that too, where like for me, personally, like I know everyone's different, obviously, but for me, I never want to be the one to like ask for the recommendation. I feel like if somebody believes in me enough or like thinks I'm suited for a thing, that they'll recommend me when the time is right.
That's a
And
fair
I've done
point.
that
Yeah.
for people without telling people. So I've gotten people into things and they have no idea that
Oh,
I've
hell
gotten
yeah.
them into things because it's like, well, I know this person and I know that they'd be good for these specs. So here's their name, person who may be asking me for things. But you know, it's just kind of like a situational thing, like
Fair.
most things I've said, I guess.
Much
Yep.
appreciated. I guess that also
Also,
I
sorry
could have
for
asked that
freaking
off
out.
camera. That was like a very personal, specific thing. But
Well, I
You're
mean,
fine.
I think other people are like that too, where they, you know, have connections and stuff like that, and they just want to know that kind of thing.
Well, I normally see this in the context of women, that strong women support other women,
Mhm.
but it's the same for actors too. Strong actors, strong humans will support other humans. So I would definitely say like, gauge where your friendship is your friendship strong where you can like be like, hey, do you like, if they trust your ability, if they trust your friendship, if there is that trust there, then strong friendships, I think, support both parties.
it's a very valid point. I think if I haven't asked for any sort of professional whatever in 10 plus years, they know that I'm not like, this is the long con. Like, this is
Boom,
I became
gotcha.
friends with you because I knew you would get this job in a decade.
I think people can smell that though. Like I'm always like
Oh,
wary
yeah.
about networking and stuff because
Oh, I
I just want to
know.
like get to know people like as actual people, not as a work connection.
same.
And I've had, you know, even I've had people who I feel like they talk to me differently. Like I don't want to talk to
Mhm.
somebody in a
Hi.
professional setting and feel like I'm at a convention when I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
Because I've had that happen and it's
People come out of the
off-putting for
woodwork
me
too.
personally.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's also a misconception. Like what y'all are talking about with like recommending each other, I think that's fantastic and lovely. But my general mindset is unless it's with like specific advice, actors can't help other actors. Like when it comes to, unless you're also casting or knowing directors or things like that. Like I have new people move out from my hometown that are like, you're an actor, like I'd love to pick your brain. I'm like, you can pick my brain, but I'm like, I can't get you in anywhere. I can't get you a job. Like I don't know how I would do that.
Why not?
Like I don't know. Because I'm a bad person, Alejandro, and I want all the money for me. I want the money. The money is mine.
Vindication. He admits it. No, it's not.
Clip it. Clip it.
Because I want to be a homeowner.
Actually, it's been happening to me recently because I've never had anybody ask me, do you have any recommendations, any friends who did? That's never happened to me before until recently. And every time I've been asked, like, do you know somebody? It's for a very specific either accent or voice. They don't ever ask for, do you have like a guy with like a typical like heroic Hawkeye voice? They're never asking for that.
Right.
It's like the guy who like doesn't have a like an attractive sounding voice, or the girl who has like this very specific accent. Like it's never gonna be the one that ever, you know, the obvious voice.
The broad,
because-
generic, yeah.
Yeah, because it's harder to find the very like unique and specific voices. So they'll ask me that and I'm like, I don't know.
Sorry, guys, but everybody has a generic protagonist voice.
That's very
That's why
true.
they're generic. Yeah.
There's
I hope
many
you
to pick
know
from.
that's only the
Very true.
baritones.
The baritone.
All baritones sound the
My
same.
husband is letting me know that we have to get going.
That
That's
is
fair.
A-okay. I've literally also just finished showing every signing to the camera just in case. To solve for my, and I can say this because I'm diagnosed. I have OCD, so I was like, I need to sleep tonight. I'm gonna show every. So
I'm doing this for
Thanks
me.
for joining us, Jeannie.
yeah, thanks, Jeannie. Appreciate
Thank
you.
guys for having me. Have a good rest
to
of your
see ya.
Sunday.
Bye, Jeannie.
Oh, get out.
I mean,
I'm glad that's
arrivederci.
the last thing she heard. I hope that was the last thing she heard.
Absolutely absurd.
Just a get out. Get out.
Get out.
Why are you so close?
Can you get closer?
So
I want to see
close.
up your nose, Alondra.
Yeah, I want to see your pore.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There he is. That's Yuri Fire Emblem right there. Sexiest man in Fodlin 10 years running. That's him.
I always forget that's his last name. Yuri Fire Emblem.
Yuri Von Fire Emblem.
Yuri Von.
The autofocus.
All the way.
Someone says they found a bugger.
Elgato.
Oh man.
Oh,
jeez,
Thanks.
God.
Can you get it for me?
Is that Frosh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the
So
baby.
cute.
She's
Why
like,
my
I'm
cats?
fine.
What's that? They're probably sleeping on my bed or in the closet.
I thought a cat was in here, but it was actually the printer.
They sound very similar, so I
That
can
is
understand why
delightful.
you'd make that mistake.
I just heard rummaging and I was like, oh Jesus, what the fuck is happening? And I was like,
That's
And then Frank.
incredible.
I'm so bad at this.
You're doing great.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Mhm.
Don't lie to me.
No, that was a great take. Let's do everything different on this second one. It's not that you made the wrong choice. It was just a bad choice.
I love it.
Story of my life.
Kind of speaking of Christian directing, I'm going to take this time to plug a very amazing game that me and Christian both worked on called 13 Sentinels. It's very
13
good.
Sentinels.
Ooh.
And maybe Damien should stream it one day if he hasn't played it.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
systems
probably-
it's on?
probably
What
play
is
that
it
one.
on?
It's on Switch
It's
and
on-
PlayStation.
Okay, 13 Sentinels. I'll look it up.
If you like mecha and visual novels and cute girls who maybe run with toast in their mouth to school.
The
so that
last
they're
part
not late.
confused me, but sure. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Can't tell you anything more than that. It'll ruin
First
the
of all,
game.
get your weeb cred up. Second,
You want to talk about weeb cred? Oh, there's an entire other section of this room that you have not seen. God.
I,
But no,
I
seriously,
watched
13
way too
Sentinels
many
is amazing.
Smosh videos, so I'm going to take a page off of Damien's book and say, you need more training.
You need more training. That was my go-to anime catchphrase of like anytime I'd beat a boss in Dark Souls. Be like, huh, looks like you need more training.
Oh God.
I got 3 people on the posters asking me to tell them that they need more training, and I also have a shirt that says that. So
That's so good.
and everybody,
Oh
that's
my
the
God, you got an
emote.
emote too. Jesus Christ.
It's the
I
my
just think
God.
somebody did not expect Damien to get out weeb today. Have you guys met Christian? Because if you haven't, he's the weebiest person I personally know.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
mean,
Absolute weeb
Pretty
master.
weeby.
I have a
Oh,
large scale
Damien's
problem.
come to like take the trophy back.
Pretty weeby.
Sailor Moon Vans. Sailor Moon
I have
Vans.
those too.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
That's a strong
They
strong
they don't
weeb
fit
game.
my feet right though, so I can't wear them.
Oh no.
They're like very narrow and my feet aren't even that wide.
Damn.
Mine are downstairs, though I can't grab mine. I do have a whole bed full of where is my I can't angle. Help.
Chancy egg.
Help. I can't figure it out. It's
I
over there
believe in you.
somewhere. There's like a bunch of plushies and stuff. Hang on, I'll go grab some. I'll be right back.
Goodbye.
Stream takeover.
Kingdom Hearts
You're an
Keyblade from
outlaw.
Halloween Town.
Oh God. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Pumpkinhead Keyblade.
There you go.
Anyway,
There you go.
that's all my weebies.
Amazing.
I'm fine with sharing weeb titles, but specifically getting called out weebed, it's a little much.
It hurt a little bit.
Hurt.
I've got this cool trigun
Hey,
statue thing. It's like a different color for some reason.
that's pretty
I
sick.
love trigun.
Look at my fat cat.
Oh, I love it. So sweet.
My true 14 Final Fantasy 14 weebness.
I love it.
Those
I
raids
wanted
aren't
that
gonna
mount
run
so bad.
themselves.
Ooh,
I have it. I paid for it because I'm crazy.
nice. I have the what's the one that looks like a bird but also a sprout, and then you get it from the golden saucer?
Oh, wait. Bird
The
Breath is
giant
Sprout?
bouncing green bird.
Oh, the Corpiker?
Yeah, that baby's my pride and joy.
Oh my God, so
Oh.
round.
Aw.
Aw. I have a bunch of stuff, but I'm too lazy to get up and get it.
That's fine. You just don't get
I
the
have
title.
too many stuffed animals, but these are the only ones that I have in the room.
You got
This
some
is,
Vivi?
Oh,
That's
Vivi.
This is my cork board of
Disposable.
just stuff I've done, and like fan art and stuff.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like cork boards for stuff like that.
Yeah.
He creaks because he's posable. And then this is the last one I grabbed.
Oh,
Oh, Wooloo.
He's very soft.
Amigos.
Look at the Muggles.
I have a shiny Wooloo, and shiny
Ooh.
Wooloo have black wool, so I named it Cthulhu.
Oh, I love that so much.
Cthulhu. I also have this cup that I got from a con. It's hot cocoa with marshmallows in it, but then they also put like a little
Cute.
rabbit in it.
Oh.
I was like,
I like how it was like the two people that don't play video games are gone, so we just weeb out.
Yeah. We went real hard on it.
Mods are sleeping, weeb out.
Got Hello Kitty All Might Funko Pop
Oh,
Good old
yeah.
Jesus.
and the Dragon Quest
Slime.
PS2 controller.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
hell
box.
yes, the most
Cool. I
impractical
said not
controller
play
of
the
all
Dragon Quest
time.
game. Ugh. I have too
Oh,
much stuff.
Too much.
I
Yeah, no.
actually, I already knew I had a bunch of stuff in like my merch closet that I keep
Oh.
everything in. But I actually was rummaging through stuff and found even more stuff. And I was like, oh no, I have a
Yeah.
Found
problem.
even more stuff.
Yeah, I buy a lot
Yeah.
of merch, fan merch from.
Oh yeah.
options.
of course.
Because
I
why
try
not?
to do that too. I just
Celebrate yourself.
Bringing it back is always the problem.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dumb because I like pack tighter or try to pack like my suitcase. I don't bring like a check-in suitcase. I only bring a carry-on suitcase and like a backpack.
Sure, especially right
So
now.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm only gonna pack what I need, and if I have room for stuff, then that's fine. I won't buy any posters. It'll be great. What do? Always end up buying posters, and I'm like, how am I gonna bring this back? Because I didn't bring a
Mhm.
poster tube because I was trying not to buy posters. I'm
Yeah.
a fool.
That's the thing I'm most scared about at the
You're a
con
clown
next
enough
weekend
over
because I'm like, I have all these things to sign, but I'm like, I don't have sleeves or anything for them, and they're too heavy to roll up. So I'm just like, good luck.
Most people,
Yeah.
I mean, most people don't
Yeah.
carry sleeves, so I've had people ask for them, but I'm like, those are
Yeah.
more money. I'd have to upcharge my prints if I give you a sleeve. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's true.
Also, the certificate of authenticity.
Right.
Gosh.
Well, y'all, this has been a lovely. We've been going almost 2.5 hours now. How's everybody feeling? Anyone have any signings left to do? Any finale
I have to go
words?
do a sign.
No,
Yeah,
just
I
next
will.
week. I'm saving it all for next week.
Lovely.
At Anime
Probably
Impulse.
next week.
See y'all at Anime Impulse. See some of y'all at Anime Impulse. Most of y'all at Anime
Yeah,
Impulse.
yeah.
Well, if I had known everybody was going, I wouldn't have signed the PAX paperwork
Well,
literally
maybe
2
you
days
should have known.
before Shell was like, hey, do you want to come to Anime Impulse? I'm like, yes, but
You
I
should have known.
can't.
You should have known.
I'm not
I'm
good enough.
sorry.
That's the thing. If I was higher ranks, maybe I would have been asked earlier.
Oh God.
Oh, peach posh. Oh, peach posh to that.
Yeesh,
Yeesh,
you
posh.
say.
Peach posh, I say. We all. This has been lovely. Thank you so much for joining today. To my community, thank you so much for being so lovely to everybody. The Streamilies are still in the chat. Signings are done every once in a while. People can also do signings off stream if you choose the VIP, if the non-VIP options, they just get sent to you as they do. Unless I've got that incorrect. So please go support everybody. And one more time, let's go around and say our names and where people can find you, starting with Alejandro.
Hi, I'm Alejandro Saab. I voice Yuri in Fire Emblem and a bunch of other stuff. You can find me on Twitter at Kagi Films and streaming Sayu VTuber.
Who's that?
What? Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is he here?
I had something in my throat. Yeah, everywhere else, Kagi Films.
I'm in the middle here, so hi, I'm Damien Haas. If you're on the stream, you probably already know me, but I voice Shez mask version in Fire
What?
Emblem. Yeah, no, he's in the game. You just have to unlock him.
Video.
Alejandro was like, dipping. Alejandro
Not my video.
out. But yeah, I'm in Fortnite and a lot of other things. You can follow me on all social media. Damien Haas. It's Haas with 2 A's. It's weird. Dawn, or other words.
Hey guys, I'm Dawn M. Bennett again, and I play female Shez. And you can find me on Twitter at Dawn M. Bennett VA. and like anywhere else, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you like. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my turn,
Erica
probably, right?
Yeah.
It says, where is it? Erica Mendez, right down here. That's me. Thanks
That's
for
you.
having me. It's been great. You can find me on the Twitters and the Instagrams, and sometimes occasionally the Twitch, maybe, but not very often. But my name on all three of those, three is Sunderica, because I think I'm funny. It's a mishmash between Sundere and Erica.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Clever.
Because I love Sunderes, and I might be a Sundere. Who knows? I will never tell.
I'll never tell you,
But,
you baka.
I can't spell it right now. I'm tired, so just look
That's
it
fair.
up. You'll find me. Thank you.
There you go.
And
There it is. Thanks, Amy.
I'm Christian Lamont. I'm the voice of Ignatz Victor in Fire Emblem 3 Hubs and 3 Houses, and I do a whole lot of other stuff. You can find me on Twitter at Writing Madness, and I also stream a whole bunch. And I just started a YouTube channel to do Let's Plays of old RPGs like Paper Mario because I'm a nerd. It's gonna be fun. You don't have to pay to subscribe there. But yeah,
Why not?
come hang out. I know if you want to pay me, you can find a way. But yes, no, sincerely, Damien, thank you for hosting this.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
a
Anytime.
blast. I love
Truly.
getting to hang out with all of you because it's
Same.
it's too far between now, But
Can't wait to do it in person. Oh, and also while we're here to plug our individual cons, there's also a signing at Game Realms, a video game store specifically for Fire Emblem Peeps on the 11th of September. I don't know who all is going to be there, but I think it's a pretty big roster of folks. So keep your eyes peeled on the socials media, and hope to see some of y'all there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all. Until next
Bye,
time,
everyone.
clever friends, you are dismissed. Bye, everybody.